And we say good morning to you. Welcome aboard. We are live again at Food City on Clinchfield Street in downtown Kingsport. Get ready to kick off the big 4th of July weekend. You can see behind us here at the store, and folks are coming in already. See the big watermelons behind us, and that's very, very nice. We like that and love that. Good stuff. And so we are glad you're here. We're going to be broadcasting live here until 1 o'clock today or shortly thereafter, to whenever we get everybody in. It's going to be a good show. We thank you again for all that you do to allow us to be on your show and be with you, I should say. Again, each and every show. So again, this is show number 549. Of course, we're going to take Monday and Tuesday off, but again, we're here and ready to go. Our guests will include, coming up, Josh Lawson from the Kingsport Mets, Jeremiah Clark from Appalachian Digital, Bill Patrick's going to join us from the Kingsport Speedway, Gary Taylor from the St. Jude Putt-Putt Golf Tournament coming up in August. We'll talk with him. Dave Martin from WLW Radio in Cincinnati, and also Pat Patterson live with us from Daytona to start the second half of the season. Again, with the Coke Zero 400 and also the Firecracker 250, the Xfinity Series, and the Cup Series, and the Xfinity Series. So all that coming up. We're live here again at Food City in downtown Kingsport on Clinchfield Street. We'll take our first break. We got lots to talk about. We're going to be talking baseball. We got some NFL news, college basketball, college football. I mean, the list goes on and on. Lots going on in and around the region as we kick off the big 4th of July weekend. And we'll take our first break, come right back, and we'll carry on right after you hear this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 549, live from Food City in downtown Kingsport on Clinchfield Street, the home of the Turtle Man, Tommy Stanley. Countdown, by the way. The truck race is 47 days away. The Food City 300 right here on the old ball cap. We're down to 49 days for the Food City 300. And then, of course, the Bass Pro Shop NRA night race, the granddaddy of them all, the America's night race. It is 50 days from tomorrow night. Quick break. We'll be right back. We're live at Food City on Clinchfield Street on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
This is the place where you can forget all about work for a while and celebrate the good old U.S. of A. And take in the best bumper-banging, fist-waving, hero-making short track race of the year. The Bass Pro Shops NRA Night Race. And kids' tickets are just $10. Be there August 19th, because it ain't just another race. It's Bristol, baby.
Trucks, and more trucks at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. We have a huge selection of over 400 new Silverados to choose from, with over 700 total Chevrolets in stock, with savings that are bigger than our massive selection. Silverado Double and Crew Cab All-Stars, $11,000 off MSRP. Malibu LT, 20% off. 17 Colorado, $19,995. 17 Equinox, $21,445. Don't miss out on one of the best times to buy a new Chevrolet with savings that will leave you asking, how do they do that? At Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City.
At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed. one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
Back on the Tom Daly Sports Show. We're live at Food City again on Clinchfield Street in downtown Kingsport. Here's the specials for the 4th of July weekend. Then we'll get into our first segment, which is baseball, coming up here in just a second. Here's some specials for this 4th of July weekend, and it's all about picnicking and eating out and having a big time. For example, the Kern's Texas Toast or hot dog or hamburger buns, buy one, get one free at your local Food City this week. Also, Mayfield Ice Cream, buy one, get one free. Also, you have the fresh blueberries. Again, a dry pint, some blueberry pancakes. I would kill for some blueberry pancakes. Buy one, that's a little strong. I'd be very excited for blueberry pancakes. Buy one, get one free. In the husk sweet corn, 4 ears for $1, 25 cents an ear. Certified Angus beef half ribeye, $7.99 a pound. Also, they got the ground beef patties, Food City Fresh for the old grill, $1.99 a pound with your Food City value card. Also, your soft drink special this week, got the Pepsi products, 6-pack half-liter bottles for $1.88. Also, you got the gourmet burgers, only $2 each. 12 delicious varieties available in the meat department. Again, at your local Food City. And let's see, what else we got? We've got the Pepsi products, 12-pack, 12-ounce cans, 3 for $11 here for the 4th of July weekend. So all kinds of good specials going on here at Food City. Not only here, but across the 120 stores in 4 states. And so we're here again at Food City on Clinchfield Street in downtown Kingsport. Here is your Major League Baseball scoreboard from last night in no particular order. It was Cleveland over Texas 5-1. Detroit in the winning column to beat the Royals 7-3. Astros over Oakland 6-1. It was elsewhere in the American League. The Orioles beat the Blue Jays, shut them out 2-0. Red Sox double up the Twins 6-3. It was in Major League Baseball the Astros beating Oakland 6-1. Cardinals all over the Diamondbacks 10-4. Cubs beat the Nationals 5-4. It was Pittsburgh shutting out Tampa Bay 4-0. The Brewers all over the Reds 11-3. Mets double up the Marlins 6-3 in Major League Baseball last night. Padres shut out the Braves 6-0. Dodgers over the Angels 6-2. And the White Sox beat the Yankees 4-3 last night in Major League Baseball. Again, some stories coming out of Major League Baseball last night. One of those being the ace of the Cleveland staff, Corey Kluber. Went out and had himself quite the start last night against the Rangers, thus continuing an outstanding month of June for him. This guy has pitched in 43 innings in June. He's given up only 22 hits. He's struck out 64. The opposing teams so far for Corey Kluber and the Indians are batting 150 against this guy. He threw 8 innings of 1-run ball last night. He struck out 12 batters. He made franchise history for the Cleveland Indian organization, tying the great Bob Feller's mark for consecutive 10-plus strikeout games. 4 straight games of at least 10 strikeouts for Corey Kluber. That is phenomenal. And so he is now is a member of the Indians' top 10 career strikeout list. And so Corey Kluber had a heck of a night last night. He's now tied with the legendary Louis Tiant with over 1,000 strikeouts. So again, Corey Kluber struck out 12, and again, his 64 strikeouts in the month of June. He's in the top 10 all-time strikeouts now in Cleveland Indian history. Other news last night in Major League Baseball, the Braves designating right-hand pitcher Bartolo Colon for assignment. The Mets might be interested in him. Josh is here. We're going to talk to him coming up here in just a second. Also, the Yankees have called up outfield prospect Dustin Fowler. I think that's the young man that blew out his knee last night. In fact, it was. First night in the bigs, excuse me, he crashed into the wall and crashed into the fence and blows out his knee and went right to the hospital for surgery. So a tough night last night for that prospect for the New York Yankees. They called him up on the first night. He blows out his knee with a season-ending injury. You know, that's got to be devastating for that young man. Here's your schedule. First off, in the American League tonight, Tampa Bay, everything under the lights. Tampa Bay and Baltimore. Boston will be in Toronto. Detroit hosting Cleveland. The Yankees at Houston. Texas at Chicago. Minnesota at Kansas City. Atlanta interleague play in Oakland to battle the Athletics. And Seattle will take on the Los Angeles Angels. in the National League. Everything under the lights. San Francisco at Pittsburgh. The Cubs in Cincinnati to battle the Reds. Philadelphia will take on DeGrom and the Mets in New York. Miami at Milwaukee. Washington at St. Louis. Colorado at Arizona. The Braves, as we said, in Oakland. And the Dodgers open up a series on the left coast against the San Diego Padres. And that's what's happening there again in Major League Baseball. Now let's bring it up to the speed. Compliments of the Kingsport Times News. The Appalachian League Baseball real quick, and we'll take a break, and we got him in here ready to go. Appalachian League Baseball from last night. Where might you be? Here you be. Last night it was Elizabethton over Kingsport in 11, 8-7. Pulaski beat Bluefield 5-2. Bristol all over Princeton 11-1. Danville shuts out Burlington 2-0, and Greenville beat Johnson City 5-3. Divisional races right now: Greenville, Elizabethton, and Johnson City all tied for the lead in the West, with Kingsport a game and a half back. In the East, it's Pulaski with a 2-game lead over the Danville Braves. Tonight, where can you watch Appalachian League Baseball in Johnson City, or in the Tri-Cities, rather? You can watch it in Johnson City. Greenville's there. Tonight, Elizabethton continues their series in Kingsport against the K-Mets. We'll talk more about that in a second. Bluefield plays at Pulaski, Bristol at Princeton, Danville at Burlington. Let's run them down for you again. Elizabethton tonight in Kingsport, the battle of the K-Mets. The Cardinals hosting Greenville. Bluefield at Pulaski, Bristol at Princeton, and Danville will be in Burlington. And that is your Appalachian League schedule for tonight on this Friday, June the 30th, final day of the month of June, and a countdown to Christmas at 187 days to Christmas, if you care, and most don't. Quick break. We'll be right back. He's here, Josh Lawson. Lots to talk about with the Kingsport Mets. He joins us next. We're live again at Food City on Clinchfield in downtown Kingsport, kicking off the 4th of July weekend on show number 549 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400, your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.bmp.com. baysmountain.com, or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we're live at Food City on Clinchfield Street. Hey, don't forget, you've already done it. We've already got a bunch of folks in the bucket. And don't forget to register to win 2 tickets to Dollywood thanks to Jeremy Livesey, one of our great sponsors at jeremylivesey.com with Mortgage Investors Group. Again, we'll give it away on Friday, July 21st, 2 one-day passes. You can use them anytime you want between now and the end of the year when the park closes for the year. So if you want to go in the fall, you want to go at Christmas, you want to go late summer, you go when you want to go. But again, go there, TomTaylorSports.com/contest, and it's absolutely free, no purchase necessary, and good luck. And we'll give it away again on July 21st, and we'll turn right around and come right back with big ticket giveaway. That'll be, of course, getting ready for the Circle Track. We're 50 days out from America's night race, the Bass Pro Shop NRA night race, and we're 49 days away from the Food City 300. We are live here thanks to Grip Energy Drink. My man's in the house, Josh Lawson. And I said, I got tickled at him. I said, you want a Grip Energy drink? He says, does the cow give milk? Absolutely. I'll take one. And so I love him. And he's wolfing down a white grape?
White grape, and it is excellent. This is my favorite flavor of theirs. Absolutely.
There you go.
Love it.
Good stuff. You know, here's the thing, too, about it. We talked about it off air. It doesn't give you don't get jittery, you don't get a real quick rush and then have it and then fall off the mountain. It's just.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, I'm at the park, game days, I'm at the park anywhere from 12 to 14, 15 hours, and I don't need that crash that you get with a lot of them. And so.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And so we appreciate, again, Grip Energy Drink. There you see them on the screen, our title sponsor of the show. Again, full of vitamin B1, B12. Also, some of the elements inside the drink help you with glucosamine. Chondroitin has some of that involved as well, help with your joints. Again, it's all natural ingredients full of vitamin B, biotin, niacin, and again, the sugar-free orange and the sugar-free, and here it is, the brand spanking new sugar-free orange, available at all Food Cities, and also the sugar-free pink grapefruit's in here somewhere. I got a whole new stash. Here we go. Sugar-free pink grapefruit Grip at all Food City locations, and again, it is good. And of course, Al's, wherever he's at, he's watching the show. He's loving this because I'm wolfing down my favorite, the root beer. Love me some Grip root beer. So, again, real quick, lemon lime, pink grapefruit, root beer, pineapple, white grape. Again, all natural cane sugar along with some stevia in the to sweeten it, and then sugar-free orange and sugar-free pink grapefruit's brand spanking new Grip, located at all Food Cities, including right here at Food City in downtown Kingsport. We're talking to Josh Lawson, obviously from the Kingsport Mets, and great start to the crowds. You've had, of course, a lot of great promotions because of this guy and his creativity, but you've had great crowds. You're going to have another great weekend.
Another great weekend. Tonight is the last of a 6-game homestand, then we go on the road for 6 days. But tonight, if you're a kid, tonight's your night. We have our kids zone open that's presented by Super Party and Spacewalk. We're going to have some inflatables up there for the kids to jump around on. And it's not just your typical little jumpy castle. You know, we've got like an obstacle course and everything like that. Now, I have to admit, Tom, we had it on opening day, and the weight limit said 1,000 pounds. So I was under the weight limit. And so I did sneak up there and took advantage of it. So I did. You know, I've always wanted to do that, and just, you know, nobody was around. Nobody was around, which I don't know if that's good or bad. Nobody there to call 911. But yeah, tonight you can come out and enjoy the inflatables. They're open all night. As soon as the game's over, you can run the bases with their mascot Slider. And then right after that, for the very first time, we're gonna bring a big screen onto the outfield. And you can go out, sit in the outfield grass, and enjoy Disney's Angels in the Outfield, which was a great movie whenever I was growing up. And so we're going to have a post-game movie. And so For $5, you can't beat that. You get to come out and enjoy an Appalachian League baseball game. You get to enjoy the kids zone, which is free to all the kids, and then you get a post game movie. So great night, great night to come out if you're a kid.
Absolutely. Of course, it's at Hunter Wright Stadium here in Kingsport, home of the Kingsport Mets of the Appalachian League. So the ball club, how they doing so far on the field?
They're struggling. They started out really good. They came back from Burlington undefeated. We won our first game, was 3-0, was on and now we've lost 4 in a row. So that's baseball for you. They're young kids. I know Louis, our manager, will get them turned around. We've got a lot of talent on that team. We got a good pitching staff. We got a lot of power, up and down the lineup. These guys can easily go out and score, 12 to 15 runs out of nothing. So. Tonight it's very early in the season. We're 1 week into the season. That's it. So, these guys got a chance to turn around. They've got a taste of losing and they don't like it. And so now it's time to turn around and start winning.
Well, you see talent. You've been around baseball and you've been around the Mets for a while. So, just in your humble opinion, who are some of the kids you look out there and go, I know it's single A, it's rookie ball.
Yeah.
Who do you feel like?
We got a young man. His last name's Fermin. He's an infielder. He plays second and short. He wears number 3, which that's close to me since Dale Murphy. But he's a good young talent. The coaches say this kid's got a quick bat, a lot of power, really fast, 5-tool kid. So. You can come out and see him. We're playing Elizabethton tonight. Elizabethton has their first rounder out there. A kid out of Mississippi State was actually just in Los Angeles to accept the Golden Spikes Award, and so he's going to be back tonight. I think he accepted it last night and he flew back in, so he'll be in the lineup tonight. So Rourke, I think is the kid's name. Yeah.
So good chance to see the number 1 draft pick for the Minnesota Twins.
Absolutely, yeah. Come out and watch him. He's going to be on the field tonight. The Twins this year. Obviously, this is we share our short season team with Brooklyn, but for the Twins organization, Elizabethton is the only short season team they have. So they get a lot of good talent. There was a young kid named Trey Cabbage from the Knoxville area. Played with them last year. He's back again this year. He was, I think, a 2nd or 3rd round pick for them last year, and so they're loaded. They got another kid, Javier, that was an international signee. So just up and down Elizabethton's loaded. So a lot of talent on the Elizabethton team. We just got through playing the Johnson City Cardinals, who had the 20th overall pick last year, Delvin Perez. And so, I was talking to some fans that actually had traveled over from North Carolina last night at the game, and they said, we went to Double-A, and we went down to the Southern League and watched the Smokies, and we watched the Sal League and over in Asheville. But he said, I've never seen the Appalachian League this loaded with talent. And so, regardless of what team it is you're coming out to watch, these are literally the stars of tomorrow, guys that you're reading about today, that's having a good season with Atlanta or Tampa or whomever. This is the kids that you get to see right now.
And the big club, DeGrom, pitches tonight. Did he
Yeah.
not have a stop in
He
Kingsport?
did. 2010,
That's what I
Jacob
thought.
DeGrom was on our staff here. His hair wasn't quite as long as what it is now, but wasn't quite throwing as hard as he is now. But yeah, he did come through Kingsport. We've had 2 guys make their major league debut this year. Adam Kolaric and another kid, Tyler Peel, both made their major league debuts this year that played in Kingsport as well too. So we have what we call a Mets Wall of Fame as you come into the stadium, that starts with Darryl Strawberry and Dwight Gooden and works its way around to guys that's recently made their major league debut, like Brandon Nimmo and Gavin Cicchini. And so you can see all the guys that has started their career in Kingsport and who they made their major league debut with. We got the logo of the team that they made their major league debut with along with the season, and it's getting full. It literally covers one fence, turns, and then turns again. And so we have some stickers to add to that, and hopefully a young man that we're doing a bobblehead of later this year in August, Ahmed Rosario, the rumor mill has it that he's really close to making his major league debut with the New York Mets.
We're talking to Josh Loss. You see on the screen, we're live at Food City and Clinchfield Street in downtown Kingsport. Coming up, Jeremiah Clarkson will join us, our tech guy. We're also going to be joined by Pat Patterson live from Daytona. Racing this weekend, the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series, both series in Daytona to start the second half of the season. Dale Jr., by the way, had a heck of a run yesterday in practice. So, man, what a great storyline if he could win that thing tomorrow night, the Coke 0400. Speaking of guys we hope do well, Junior tomorrow night in Daytona, Tim Tebow gets elevated up to Port St. Lucie, and here's a guy. I'm gonna get on my soapbox. This guy, wherever he goes, for his faith, I guess, and what he stands for, his integrity, he catches a lot of crap, a lot of criticism. It was never more evident a couple of weekends ago down in Charleston with that series against the River Dogs. But again, he stays above the fray, continues to do what he's supposed to do, and now the guy gets elevated to high level A.
Yeah, he does. It's funny because working in baseball and getting to spend some time in spring training, I see a lot of the major league guys and everything like that, and I'm never really kind of taken back from seeing anybody. And this year when I was down there, I got to meet Tebow, and immediately called April up and acted like a 10-year-old child. I was like, guess who I just got to meet? I can't believe I actually got to shake his hand and everything like that. So, yeah, this young man, I know Baseball America, we got a little preview of it yesterday, but Baseball America is doing an article in their new upcoming publication, and it's called The Tebow Effect, and how this young man has increased attendance by about 2,500 a night wherever he goes. And so, it's bringing an additional 2,500 people into the game. At our level, really any of the minor league level, if you have a promotion that brings an additional 2,500 people into the ballpark, that's going to be the hottest thing in baseball,
Sure.
And everybody's going to try to do it. This is one young man that is out there. He is what he says he is. He is what he's he practiced what he preaches, literally. And so, and people want to be around that. People want to see that. People want to, and he's also a really good athlete as well, too. So that's refreshing to have somebody like that in your organization that not only performs at the level that these guys need to, but also influences and makes everybody around him not a better player, but a better person. And that was one of the things I was talking to some of the guys that's played for us in past years that have spent time with Tebow, whether it's been in Columbia or an extended. They say that he does have an influence on you in a great way.
Sure.
And so that's refreshing to know. Our director of minor league operations was in Kingsport on Sunday for opening day, and got the call that Tebow was headed to St. Lucie, and so he immediately had to fly to St. Lucie and start the whole promotions of Tebow, because they were on a 6-game homestand as well. And so they got rained out on Tuesday night that Tebow was supposed to make his debut at St. Lucie, but he did make a doubleheader appearance there on Wednesday night, and their crowds was huge crowds everywhere Tebow goes.
We're talking to our buddy Josh Lawson before I let you go. Again, tonight's the big night. The website is
KMets.com. You can get all the promotions. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff, and see what we've got coming up or what we've got going on, that afternoon.
Now, he told me off air the attendance is great. I'm going to tell you why, because this guy, I've said this many times on the show, I've been in Bristol. He said, I'll come to Bristol, talking to Bristol Food City. I'll come to Johnson City. I'll come over wherever to promote the product. And so last week Eric came over to Blue Lizard. We had a little bit of a Facebook issue, but we still got him on. Still had over 600 or 700 people watch that. So this guy is a marketing machine. First off, he's a Christian. Second off, he's a friend. And the third is he does a great job marketing the product. And here's the thing, whether they're winning or losing, they being the Mets, he has no control over the talent that comes in here. But you've created promotions, to get the fans out of the ballpark. I know we're coming down on July the 17th. Mortgage Investors Group's having a picnic up in the shelter, and so he wants me to come down and hang out with him, so I'm going to do that. And so he's got something going on all the time, is my point. And the proof's in the pudding, and tonight should be a big night too.
And that should be a big night. One of my biggest things that I love is just to create, just a couple hours for families to get together. I love standing and watching families sit in the stands and just talk and laugh and just enjoy being with each other, being off the cell phones or the everyday pressures that we have around us, and just take some time to just sit and enjoy a baseball game with your family and just, just talk about the game or what's going on and everything, and just watch the kids laugh, watch the parents laugh, and just enjoy each other and just bring families together. That's really what we're up there to do.
I had a guy tell me one time, and I've never forgot this, back in West Virginia when the unemployment was like 20-25% back in the day, and he said, you know what, for a Friday night football game or a baseball game or whatever the sporting event, it's 3 hours to get away from bills, stress, this. So it's an escape. And I think that's what you created, 2 or 3 hours just to get away and have fun, laugh, have a good time, and enjoy life. That's what you do, and you do it well.
Absolutely.
So,
thank you.
Yeah. So there you go. Now, before you go, I want you to read the verse of the day. It's a book out of Ephesians. Every day we dedicate the show to the man hung on the cross, the Lord Jesus, my Savior, and I unashamedly do that. I do not apologize for it. But some folks say, boy, you talk about the Lord a lot. I don't think I talk about him enough for what he's done for me.
No, absolutely.
Ephesians 3:18 through 21. Josh Lawson is going to read the verse of the day. Then we'll take a break and on will come Jeremiah Clark, and here we go.
Absolutely, and I love this. May you grasp how wide and long and high and deep my love is for you. A love that surpasses knowledge. You cannot ask or imagine the things I am planning for you.
There you go.
How
Good
awesome
stuff.
is that? That's great.
Go. Yeah, you cannot imagine. Went up on the cross willingly for everything we've done wrong, and he knew that. He said, I love them this much. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Woo. All right, have a good 4th of July.
You too.
I'll see you in a couple of weeks, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, he is class. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Another classic guy. We're talking about success. This show is successful because of this guy right over here, Jeremiah Clark. He is the high-tech redneck guru. His famous line is, Tom, do the show. Well, yes, you have in a roundabout way. Just do it. We'll take care of the back behind the scenes. Jeremiah Clark joins us next year on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400, your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
We're back live again at the Tom Taylor Sports Show, and we is here. And, well, something else. Just found out the smoker's been out front. Been smoking meat all night long. They got the ribs, a half a rack for $9, full rack of ribs for $16. The Boston Butts, been smoked all night long, $16 for a half, $25 for a whole. And smoked bologna. I said, can you bring me up a little sliver of smoked bologna? He said, absolutely. So, smoked bologna. So, all this is here, too, back in the meat department. Just pulled off the smoker. Been smoking it all night long. And I smelled it coming in. I thought, wonder where the smoker is. And it's been up the front top of the parking lot smoking all night long. So, it smells good. We're here again live at Food City, again on Clinchfield Street in downtown Kingsport. We're joined by, obviously, you can see on the screen, Jeremiah Clark, Appalachian Digital, who does a phenomenal job taking care of me and keep me in line and taking care of the behind-the-scene things so I can focus on this, which is the show. And so it continues to grow, does it not?
It does.
Thanks to you and Michael. It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Month over month, you've had continued growth on Facebook, Twitter, website views, YouTube views, all across the board.
Something he's going to teach me to do, I think, today, as a matter of fact. Jason Hash said he's watching and listening. Thank you, Jason. Well, I'm going to get to the point where when there's people out there responding, and they do all the time, that I can turn around and respond right back to them, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody that's watching the show, you can always post comments and everything, and Tom will see those and be able to reply. And Tom always appreciates knowing that you're watching. So let him know that you're watching and that you're enjoying the show.
Plug this for me right here. He designed this little and did a phenomenal job. We already got folks entering, and tell me how we can get to Dollywood.
Yeah, so this is a contest that just started yesterday, being sponsored by Jeremy Livesey over at the Mortgage Investors Group. You can see Jeremy's personal website page at jeremylivesey.com. But this is your chance to win 2 free adult tickets to Dollywood. They expire at the end of the year, so you can go anytime the rest of this year. All you have to do to enter to win is simply visit tomtaylorsports.com/contest. Just put in your name, email, and click submit. And at that point, you're registered to win, and Tom will announce the winner live on the show on Friday, July 21st, so about 3 weeks from today.
So give me a selling point. You've been to Dollywood yourself.
Oh, yeah.
So lots of times. So somebody out there that's out of state or out of the region, tell them the selling points about Dollywood. Because I said yesterday on the show, I had some friends that went to Disney, said they'll never go back to Disney. They love Dollywood better than they love Disney, which is quite the compliment. So in a bird's eye view, give us your summation of Dollywood.
Yeah, well, just one quick highlight. That image that we were actually looking at there on the screen, in the background of the image, you saw a loop of a roller coaster, and that was the Wild Eagle, which is one of Dollywood's newest rides. And it was the first truly winged roller coaster in America. So when you're in this roller coaster, it's like they've designed it to look like an eagle with its wings spread, and you're actually sitting on one of the wings. So, underneath you the whole time that you're on this ride, you're just, nothing but air beneath you down the ground. And then they've got their newest roller coaster ride, which is a wooden launch coaster. I cannot think of the name of it right now, but it's America's only wooden launch coaster. Which if you've ever done a launch coaster at either Six Flags or anywhere else, those are a lot of fun because it just instantly launches you from 0 to 60 in about 2 seconds. So several big roller coasters, and then if you need some more quiet downtime, they've got plenty of shows and lighter attractions that go on all day long, every single day. And then the biggest thing is food. There's lots of different places to eat at inside Dollywood food-wise. So depending on if you're wanting, ribs, burgers, pizza, whatever you want, you're going to find something that you want. And there's a secret that not a lot of people know about if you've not been to Dollywood before, or even if you've been to Dollywood many times. But about halfway through the park, there is an old mill that's still standing. It was there since before Dollywood was there. And, it still has a water flow that's going over, and it has a grindstone inside that, grinds bread and everything. And inside that, it's actually still an operating bakery that's now run by Dollywood. And every day they make, I don't know what the exact amount is, but they make these cinnamon bread rolls that there's only so many they make each day. So once they're out for the day, they're out for the day. But they are the absolute best cinnamon bread rolls that you will ever eat. So it's one of those things like if you can get in there before they're sold out for the day and you can get some to take home, you'll be eating it for the next few days and you will love it.
These passes, by the way, are good we're going to give them away July the 21st in a couple of weeks. So you can use them late summer, go down in the fall when the weather's turning and the leaves are turning, and they got the wood smoke wafting through the park with all the different arts and crafts folks doing their thing there, or wait and go to Christmas. These are 2 one-day passes. And I learned this too. You go down on the one-day pass, it's free. you can upgrade your ticket. Even on these tickets you won, you don't cost you a dime. But if you want to get season passes for 2018, you can get them for half price by going in with these free passes. Gives you the ability, if you want to buy season passes next year at half price.
Exactly. So for less than the price of a one-day admission, you will get a season pass. So, yeah.
Can't beat it. So, Jeremiah put that together thanks to Jeremy Livesey from jeremylivesey.com with Mortgage Investors Group. So, I know you got to scoot off to a meeting here in a second, but tell me, you're helping me. Hello, sir. You're helping me, so tell them how you look in there and tell them how you help people out there too.
Yeah, so when Appalachian Digital started, we were working almost exclusively with churches and small businesses. So we're used to working with businesses and organizations that might not necessarily have a large budget to spend on websites and social media. But that being said, in this day and age, it's more and more necessary for all businesses to have some type of online presence. Now, you don't have to necessarily be on all the platforms that's out there. You need to tailor it based upon what the needs of your particular business are. But you need to have an online presence, and that's where we can come in and help. We like to tell people that we'd like to help you tell your story. It's your business, it's your story, it's your dream, your vision. We want to help you grow it. So we'll find ways, again, depending on what type of business it has and what your particular needs are, find the particular outlets online that we need to get you on, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, what have you, and help you get out there. Because again, in this day and age, if you're not online, you don't exist. And we've seen with multiple individuals over the years that they didn't have a website, and then they literally learned firsthand through encounters with individuals that they were losing business simply because these individuals couldn't find them online, and so hence they didn't exist. So it's necessary.
Gotta have it. That's the wave of the future, right?
It is.
Well, not the future, the wave of the present.
Yeah.
Social media.
Every single year, stores like Amazon and other online retailers continue to take a larger and larger cut of traditional brick and mortar buildings, and that's the way it's going to continue. So if you want to compete in any market wherever you're at, and we are based here in the Tri-Cities. This is where we live. This is where we're based at. But we have clients in states far from here. So feel free to go onto our website. It's AppalachianDigital.com. You can see some samples of some of our work. You can see some of the stuff we've done for Tom and some other individuals. And there's a contact form there that you can just fill out. And again, we would love to just talk to you and hear what you got going on.
I know he's got clients in Ohio. He's got them in West Virginia. Of course, here in Tennessee.
In North Carolina.
So, AppalachianDigital.com. You see it on the screen. If you're a church, nonprofit, for-profit, he'll work with your budget. He understands nonprofits don't have the money for-profits have. That's a kind of a given. But they just want to work and serve and do a wonderful job. And real quick, give me some numbers. Tell them out there some of the numbers or a number you want to leave us with before Appalachian Digital on my show and since Appalachian Digital.
Yeah, so we started November of last year. 2016 was the first month that we came in and started helping Tom grow his social media. The month before his Facebook presence, he reached about 4,000 individuals. Last month, that number was up to 100,000. And Twitter, likewise, I think the month before we came in, you had about 2,000 reaches on Twitter. And last month, I want to say it was 40,000, maybe 40,000. So.
Proof's in the pudding, folks. He can help you. He's helping me, and number one, the Lord, it's his show, but he put me in his path, or he put him in my path, whatever, but we connected. Here it is, him and Michael, and the way we go, and so it's a great team, and I can't thank him enough publicly for what he does for me. I know he gets tired of hearing it, but he does, and he really does. He's never outright said, but he'll just kind of give a suggestion, so he knows that I have no clue about this stuff. He's taught me whatever I've known, what I've learned, what I know. But he primarily says, he comes up with an idea, takes it, runs with it, throws it, runs it past me, says, what do you think? I says, man, that's great. Then he just says, me and Michael do behind the scenes, you just focus on the content of the show, which really alleviates a lot of pressure for me so I can focus on booking guests. And we got a new show getting ready to roll out in August involving football that I'm working on, so it's a done deal. We just got to get the wraps off of it. We're getting ready to go into another state to broadcast, take the show on the road literally out of state. So, and all this is because in behind the scenes I can look back over my shoulder, and he and Michael are there saying, go get him, cowboy, and we'll take care of this end, you just do content. So
I think it was Wednesday night at about 9 o'clock. It might have even been later than that when you called and said, hey, we're going to do this Dollywood thing. And we turned around Thursday morning. You had an active contest, website page built, contact forms made. We'd already contacted Dollywood's marketing department to get permission to use their logos and everything. So literally less than 12 hours, you had a whole new contest up and running.
Jeremiah Lives, he said, I want to sponsor the Dollywood tickets. I called Jeremiah and said, hey, we're going to start it. When you want to start it? I said, sooner the better, maybe tomorrow morning. Tomorrow. Boom. Thursday morning it's up. We've already got entries in.
Yeah.
That's how fast they can do it for you, folks. I'm telling you, AppalachianDigital.com. Check them out. Of course, you've got some of your work on there for folks to see. So I know you got a meeting to go to. Thank you, my friend, as always.
Absolutely.
And happy 4th to you and Mrs. Clark.
Thank you.
Called him Saturday. I said, hey, what are you doing? He said, we're going kayaking. Had a big time, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. We like to put in here right in front of Fort Henry Dam, and you can just go down the river, take that side channel around Eastman, go all the way down to Netherland Inn. It might take you about an hour, half 2 hours, but it's just take the river the whole way down, and then we go elsewhere too. But yeah, that looks good.
Get you one of them. He's cut them before. Get one. Hickory smoked bologna. You talking about country? This country here. Hickory smoked bologna. This will set you free right here now. Lord have mercy.
I grew up on bologna, so this is...
Amen. Me and you both. Have a great meeting.
Thank you.
Give me some taters. I know it doesn't sound corny to say it, but I love this guy. He's really helped me a lot. And so he and Michael Smith are great, great Christian folks, and I appreciate them. Quick break. We got Pat Patterson coming up next in Daytona. Top of the hour, we're going to talk putt-putt with my man Gary Taylor, another guy I think the world of. A tremendous Christian man and a great friend, and we're going to talk a little putt-putt coming up to help out these kids at St. Jude's. All that straight ahead. Next, we'll go to NASCAR. We'll go to Daytona. Talking NASCAR with Pat Patterson with the Performance Racing Network. We'll do that right after you hear this here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
This is the place where you can forget all about work for a while and celebrate the good old U.S. of A. And take in the best bumper-banging, fist-waving, hero-making short track race of the year. The Bass Pro Shops NRA Night Race. And kids' tickets are just $10. Be there August 19th because it ain't just another race. It's Bristol, baby.
Trucks, and more trucks at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. We have a huge selection of over 400 new Silverados to choose from, with over 700 total Chevrolets in stock, with savings that are bigger than our massive selection. Silverado Double and Crew Cab All-Stars, $11,000 off MSRP. Malibu LT, 20% off. 17 Colorado, $19,995. 17 Equinox, $21,445. Don't miss out on one of the best times to buy a new Chevrolet with savings that will leave you asking, how do they do that? At Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City.
At American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
We're back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're live again. We are going straight to the Performance Racing Network. Our buddy Pat Patterson took a week off last week, recharged his batteries, and here we go. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
I'm great, Tom. Great to be with you. Happy 4th of July, or pre-4th of July weekend, I guess you could say, since it falls on Tuesday next week. And I didn't really take off last weekend. I just actually went out to Sonoma to have a little wine with the PRN crew, and we did do a little race last Sunday afternoon that Kevin Harvick won. So didn't really take the whole weekend off, but anytime you go out west to Sonoma in the wine country, you better try to take as many things as you can off your plate so you can enjoy what's going on out there.
Well, perfect. Let's talk about it. Kevin Harvick gets his 36th win of his career, and so Harvick, and kind of recap that whole weekend of Sonoma. What'd you think?
Well, I first of all, I think that Kevin Harvick was overdue. Number one. Number two, once again, the quality of the effort that goes with Rodney Childress and those guys, goes without saying. They put on a great effort every week. Harvick ran the K&N Pro Series race and won that race, by the way, on Saturday of last week. So I kind of felt like that little extra time behind the wheel there at Sonoma would be good for him. Of course, he grew up in Bakersfield, just down the street from Sonoma, and raced a lot of the Southwest Series races at Sonoma before he ever made it to Cup. So no big surprise to see him win. And now it really is kind of their challenge to try to see how many of these segment wins they can get, try to amass some bonus points, playoff points, that sort of thing. The race itself was very entertaining, really up till the time Kevin Harvick got the lead, and then he drove away from everybody. But overall, for the first of one of two road course races for the year, Sonoma was a good, exciting race, and I think the fans that did watch it certainly enjoyed it.
We come back east now and crank it up for this weekend. Of course, tomorrow night, the Coke Zero 400 down at Daytona. Pole qualifying will be for that particular race. It'll be happening at, 2:10 this afternoon from Daytona. No, I'm sorry, did that wrong. 4:10 this afternoon from Daytona. And then qualifying for the Xfinity Series, which runs tonight, will be at 2:10 this afternoon. So, off the track, let's talk about that for just a second. You've got Keselowski hinting that he wants a contract extension with Penske. You've got the 88 seat still open. You've got Casey Kane's seat that folks continue to say is going to be vacant. Keep hearing that. Danica's, I don't know where she's at with Stewart-Haas Racing, so you're there with your ear to the ground. What are you hearing about what we call the silly season so far?
Well, as far as Dale Jr.'s replacement goes, I don't think that that's going to be that much of a story. I still think that Baldwin's going to get into that. Bowman, rather, is going to get into that car starting next year. I could be wrong about that, but I still think Alex Bowman is the odds-on favorite to get in the car. I think that of all the headlines going into this weekend, Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s return to Daytona for his last official points-paying race, because let's face it, Junior's already hinted around that somebody puts a good car out there for him, he might run the Daytona 500. I don't know that you'll ever see him run this race again. But, as with Mark Martin, never say never, so we'll wait and see how it plays out. But as far as his replacement being a story, that was not being batted around very much. I think people still have a pretty good idea of what's going to happen there. We know that Keselowski is kind of a tried and true Ford guy now, and I think that his situation with Penske, Roger Penske is not going to let Brad Keselowski go, and I don't know of another seat out there that Brad Keselowski is going to get a better result out of than the one he's in. So I don't see that as being a big deal. There's no question that Danica's future as far as next year goes is still wide open and way up in the air. And the thing you have to consider with Danica before everybody writes her off into the sunset is that she is still, to this day, one of the most marketable auto racing drivers in the world, not just this country, but in the world. And the idea that nobody's going to step up and perhaps fund her, if you will, for next year, I'm certainly not going to bet against that happening. And I don't think Stewart Haas is betting against that happening either. I think they got to leave their options with her open, because Stewart Haas needs money, and she's a money machine. So while everybody's making it a foregone conclusion that she's not going to be there, she'll be gone, et cetera, don't put the cart before the horse when it comes to what she can produce from a dollar standpoint. You know, as far as anything else goes, as far as those kinds of silly season headlines, I mean, obviously Joe Gibbs Racing is still hurting to get some wins. They haven't done it. They will do it. Kyle Busch, as you and I were talking a minute ago, on his third crew chief. Who is it this week, Tom? I don't even have his name in front of me.
His crew chief will be, let's see, I just had it right here. It's going to be Jacob Cantor, engineer Jacob Cantor, will crew chief. So pulled one out.
Well, look, they're going to keep going. They're going to keep his last name starts with a C, right?
Yes, sir.
Well,
yes.
They're going to keep going down the list till they get to somebody named Zebra at the end. They'll keep going down the list until they find somebody that can get Kyle Busch some sort of luck and get him a win. So I'm not too worried about Kyle Busch, and I don't think anybody else needs to be too worried about Kyle Busch either. Xfinity Series racing tonight. William Byron, a winner last week at Iowa. He'll run good tonight. Don't forget Ryan Reed won this race for Roush back in he won the February race 2 times now that he's won that February race. So Ryan Reed and the Jack Roush group will be strong tonight, as will be the Gibbs cars tonight. Wouldn't be surprised to see them win. So it's going to be it'll be a good racing weekend in Daytona. Hot as always. Rain delays, yes, absolutely. And can anybody win on Saturday night in the Cup Series? You betcha. It's the same old song and dance, except it just depends on what part of the wreck you miss and how much car you got left to race with a handful of laps to go.
Junior was the fastest again in practice yesterday. That's got to be good for the Junior Nation folks, and so we'll see if he can make that happen come qualifying today, and of course the race tomorrow night. 2 more off the tracks. I want to get your thoughts on Matt Kenseth is up for grabs with Joe Gibbs this year. And then last week when you were in Sonoma, so was a guy by the name of Carl Edwards. Showed up on behalf of Stanley Tools, his sponsor. So you had mentioned you felt like Dodge going to come back on the scene the next couple of years. So throw that out there. Carl Edwards, Dodge, Matt Kenseth. Well, what's your take on all that going on right now?
Well, as far as Matt Kenseth goes, I'm fairly confident that this will be his last full-time season. I don't see Matt coming back to race next year. I think Eric Jones has to have a place to go next year. I don't think Gibbs wants to leave him for another year at Furniture Row. So my suspicions are that Eric Jones will go to that 20 car next year. Carl Edwards, as far as what he had to say out in Sonoma, look, I like Carl Edwards. I think he's a very pleasant person to be around, and he's obviously a great race car driver. But the idea that Carl Edwards has driven his last NASCAR race does not compute in my head. Exactly. It still doesn't. I really, and I'm not saying that what he's saying isn't true. What I'm saying is that I don't think Carl Edwards has raced his last NASCAR race. Amen. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with Carl. And as far as Dodge is concerned, I still think that there's a good chance they're coming back. I don't see it happening in 18, but 19, I do believe they would be back. So we'll keep moving on down the road and see what happens.
Who typically drives well at Daytona? I know obviously Junior, and who else do you feel like, or not you feel like, but who by the numbers consistently drives pretty good, and who doesn't do well at Daytona?
Look, Tom, here's the deal, buddy. I think you could run up front. Okay, I mean, honest to God, this is about the car, brother. As long as you can see out of the front windshield and don't make any real bad moves, quick moves with your hands, I'm telling you, I could talk you to a top 10 finish at Daytona. It's not that hard if you've got experience in the draft. And all of these guys that are racing tonight, hardly any of them are there, for less than a couple, 3 times. I mean, very few of those rookies, they've raced in the Xfinity Series, so they know what the draft's all about at Daytona. Anybody, I always say this: anybody can win at Daytona on a Saturday night in July. And don't be surprised if tomorrow night it's somebody you just never thought was gonna get a restrictor plate win. So, like I said, strap in there, Tom. I'll spot for you, and we'll get you around the race tomorrow night.
We're 49 days away, by the way. You coming to town again? The Food City 300, not that far away. Of course, 50 days out from tomorrow night, America's Night Race, the Bass Pro Shop NRA Night Race. Pat Patterson with us, as always. In closing, tell us how we can hear you and see you and find you during the week.
Well, we'll get you ready for your race day tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. on Sirius XM NASCAR Radio, Channel 90. Follow us on Twitter at Racing Guy. And as always, check out our Facebook post and so forth there at the Racing Guy Facebook page. You can also find us on Performance Plus Motor Oils page. That, of course, is a Safety Clean product, etc. Some of our great sponsors out there. But keep up with us. We'll keep you up to speed, and we'll be back here and give you a preview of what's happening at Kentucky next week.
Very good. Pat Patterson, thank you, my friend, joining us live in Daytona. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next week, all right?
All right, see ya.
Yep, good man right there, buddy. Pat Patterson from Performance Racing Network, live with us on the phone here live at Food City in downtown Kingsport. When we go to the break, right here is where you can go to win tickets to Dollywood, too. One-day passes at Dollywood. All you got to do is go to TomTaylorSports.com/contest. We'll give them away Friday, July 21st, 2 one-day passes to use anytime between now and the end of the park at December 31st. So you are eligible to register, and you have been already, thanks to JeremyLivesey.com at Mortgage Investors Group. He bought the tickets, and we want to give them away. So just go there, TomTaylorSports.com/contest. I don't know where you're listening from. I know we got folks in West Virginia, Ohio, Indiana, Florida, wherever you're listening and watching. Anybody can win these tickets. You've never been to Dollywood, you owe it to yourself. Try and win these and get up here into the mountains of East Tennessee and go to Dollywood. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll go from NASCAR to putt-putt. My man's in the house, Gary Taylor. He joins us next year on the show number 549 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447. If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad-spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Popular Tom Douglas Sports Show. There he is, Gary Taylor, the St. Jude's Putt-Putt. Put that down right there, and we can talk to you in just a second. I do want to tell you again about Food City, where we're here. 4th of July weekend. Check it out. Buy one, get one free hot dog or hamburger buns. By the way, we just met Daniel Russell, puny little feller. He's about 5'7", and said he played football semi-pro as a quarterback. He's big as the side of a barn. He's off camera here, and he's checking us out on the show. We appreciate that very much. I'd say, you like ice cream, Daniel? Mayfield, what's your favorite flavor? That's what I'm talking. Mayfield ice cream, buy one, get one free this week here at Food City. Ground beef patties, you've got $1.99 a pound. Excuse me. You got blueberries, buy one, get one free. In the husk, sweet corn, 4 for $1, 25 cents an ear. Certified Angus beef half ribeye, $7.99. Again, with your Food City value card. Also, Gatorade, hot and muggy. Going to be a hot and muggy week. We got some rain, but still going to be muggy. 8-pack of 20-ounce bottles, 2 for $10. I'm sorry, 2 for $9. Then also the gourmet burgers. Check this out. Only $2. 12 delicious varieties. See if I can put this up on the camera. 12 delicious varieties in the meat department. Gourmet burgers. I would be terrible as a weatherman. 12 delicious varieties available in the meat department for $2 a piece and $2 each. It's all right here again at Food City. And also the soft drinks, as we said, the 12-pack, 12-ounce cans, 3 for $11 at your local Food City. Over 120 Food Cities across 4 states. Pepsi products, 12-pack, 12-ounce cans, 3 for $11. Been watching them fly out here. Also the Pepsi 6-pack half-liter bottles for $1.88. Been a lot of Diet Mountain Dew flying out here. And so that's some of the specials going on this week at your local Food City here for the 4th of July weekend. All right, NASCAR, real quick, let's give you the schedule. Let's see, Xfinity Series Coors Light Pole qualifying in Daytona for tonight's Firecracker 250. That'll be going on. Eric Amarola, the defending champ of the race, he will not race tonight. He's still on the injured list. But they'll do that at 2:10 this afternoon. Then they'll come right back at 4:10 in Daytona, where there is showers in the area. The Monster Energy Coors Light Pole qualifying for a 4:10 start on the qualifying. And, of course, Brad Keselowski, the defending champ of that race. Tomorrow night, Saturday night in Daytona, the Coke Zero 400 powered by Coca-Cola. And so, again, Keselowski, the defending champ of that race. And, again, as we told you earlier, Dale Earnhardt Jr. led the pack on top of the leaderboard yesterday with a lap of 193.328 miles per hour. That's picking him up, putting him down in the 88 Chevrolet. And so his final full season of competition. And I don't think, Gary Taylor, you're a big NASCAR fan, I don't think anything better would happen for NASCAR heading into the second half of the season than Dale Jr. I don't know if he would, I don't know if he can win it, but certainly run good and ultimately win it. I think it'd be a great shot in the arm for NASCAR.
Yeah, NASCAR needs for him to win a race to make sure that he gets in the playoffs this year. That would be a big boost for the last half of the season, final few races. So they'd really like to see him win.
We're here on behalf of Grip Energy Drink. Again, we are enjoying the Grip. Whoa, wait a minute. Get my big fat finger out of the way. Grip root beer. I love it. Here's the brand new one, by the way. You ever had any of these?
No, never have.
Well, you're fixing to get one before you leave here. Grip sugar-free orange. They also got the sugar-free pink grapefruit. And they got the root beer, lemon lime, Pineapple. I've been drinking the pineapple at the house. It's great. Good stuff. Didn't think I'd like it, quite frankly, but I love it. White grape, lemon lime, pink grapefruit, root beer, pineapple, white grape, and again, as we said, now with the sugar-frees, they got sugar-free orange and sugar-free pink grapefruit. Again, Grip, available right here at all food cities. And again, it's all natural ingredients, full of vitamin B1, B12. Also, they have biotin, niacin. They're vegan friendly. They use vegetable juice for coloring and flavoring, so it's all natural ingredients, and so it's good. And again, the sugar-free is only 5 calories, only 2 grams of carbs in those sugar-free drinks as well. So check them out. Grip Energy Drink. There you see them on the screen. Grip Energy Drink. Now, give me a testimonial before we get into this. You've been to Dollywood. We're giving away tickets to Dollywood. Tell me through the eyes and ears of Gary Taylor, for someone out there who's never been to Dollywood, kind of tell us what your impression of Dollywood.
Well, it's my family loves Dollywood. That's what I buy my daughter and the grandkids for Christmas every year. Season passes for Dollywood. We've been 3 times this year. We got a gold pass so we can park free. You get 20% off on your food. They got rides for kids, games. They got good food there. Got some fantastic roller coasters if you're into roller coasters. Of course, my grandson is, so I've rode them all. But it's a family-friendly place. It's real nice, good parking, easy to get in and out with the trolleys and all that stuff. So it's worth buying the tickets for a day, or like we do for season passes. You can go down there at Christmas and enjoy all the Christmas lights. Plenty of music, bluegrass, any kind of country music you enjoy. Dollywood's a place to be.
There you go. I couldn't do it any better than that. Thank you. And again, all you got to do one more time is go here and register. And just about everything we give away, Gary is registered for. In fact, your brother won tickets to the Thunder Valley Nationals. Did he take you or not?
No, he didn't. He didn't say anything about that. So,
really?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, we may have to address that. So yeah, he won tickets to the Spring Nationals. We pulled out of the computer, had over 200 entries from 11 states. So again, if you are a fan of amusement parks and you've never been to Dollywood, you've been there all the time, like Gary said, it's worth it. 2 one-day passes to get you there by the end of the calendar year at Dollywood in Pigeon Forge. So there you go. All right, we go from NASCAR at Daytona to Putt-Putt. This is one of my favorite events. We're going to broadcast from there this year. I've said this every time. We're going to take the show there. The date is August the 3rd, and it's here in Kingsport at the Putt-Putt over on Stone Drive, and everybody can play Putt-Putt, and everybody can help St. Jude's, the Children's Hospital out of Memphis, with an auxiliary branch or auxiliary hospital, if you will, in Johnson City. So tell us all about it, my friend, because this brings them out. The place is packed over there, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a big fundraiser for us. We do fundraisers all year for St. Jude, and we take the money to them, hand deliver it on September the 9th this year. But this is our biggest fundraiser that we do. It's on August the 3rd. You can register in advance or you can register the day of. Registration starts at 5 o'clock. The tournament starts at 6:30. We've got 3 categories this year. We've got the pro group, we've got the church group, and then we've got the rest of us, like Tom and myself here that'll be playing.
Hackers. Where's Hackers?
Hackers.
Yeah.
It's $25 per person to play, or you can be a whole sponsor for $50. We'll have food at 5 o'clock. We usually have the famous Dan burgers that are grilled on site. We'll have hot dogs, hamburgers, potato chips, all that kind of stuff. So come on out and eat with us. We got plenty of picnic area. We'll have a live band this year. I think Benny Wilson's going to be there again this year. That always brings a big crowd in itself. Benny does all this for free. Everything that we raise that day goes to St. Jude. All the food, the hamburger buns, all that stuff is donated to us, so we don't have any expenses. So every penny we raise that day will go to St. Jude. We'll have a lot of silent auctions, door prizes, so you need to just come on out and join us. This year the tournament is before school starts, so you can bring your kids out and have a good good evening. Don't have to worry about getting them up early the next day to go to school. So that's really a good turnout, good deal.
Now, who puts this on? You're involved with who?
Go Wing chapter, GWRA chapter out of Kingsport. We put it on and do a lot of the legwork, but Dan Estes and his people at the putt really do an outstanding job with us. They just donate the putt course to us for that night at no charge. Dan goes out and does a lot of legwork and gets a lot of door prizes and a lot of sponsors that we have for that. But our Go Wing chapter has been doing this for this will be our 22nd year, and they started out with a group of 5 people, and they took $5,000 the first year. Last year we hit the $100,000 mark for the year, so total for the 22 years we're at $1.7 million for St. Jude.
$1.7 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now we've got, I heard this last Saturday we did a fundraiser at Muddy Creek at the motorcycle races up there. We raised $3,000 this last weekend, but I was talking to a guy there and he said right now we have 90 patients from 4 counties in Sullivan County, Washington County, Scott County, and Carter County. We have 90 patients that are St. Jude's patients from this area. So
as we speak, currently.
As we speak, yes.
90 patients in Scott County,
Washington County, Sullivan, and Carter. So your money, the money that we raise here is going to help a child locally. And St. Jude's Hospital doesn't charge anything. I mean, if you go down there, if you have insurance, fine. They'll use what they can of your insurance. If you don't have insurance, that's fine. You will never receive a bill from St. Jude Children's Hospital.
So how many years you guys been doing it? You raised 1.7, 22?
This will be our 22nd year, yeah.
22 years, or in 21 years, I guess. We'll see what you end up with this year, but in 21 years, you raised $1.7 million. The group itself's probably got how many members in it? 25 or 30?
There's about 60 members, about 30 or 40 active members. Yeah.
You do a phenomenal job, folks. And again, all right. So, look up in that camera. You've been to St. Jude's. I've not had the privilege of being there, but you've been there. You guys and ladies load up in September and take everything you've accumulated in a check. Literally, you drive it across the state of Tennessee to Memphis, St. Jude. So. Look in that camera, talk to those folks, and tell them why it's important for them to get involved in this.
Well, it's, when you go down there, you see the kids, and the first time I went, I wasn't really that involved in it. But once I got down there and saw what the hospital does and what they're about, that's what all hospitals need to be like. They are the example for any hospitals. If you take a child in there, I was talking to a guy the other day that's son went in there. They left here with no idea what was going on. Went down there, went in, they started doing tests. They didn't have to wait till the test. They got the results within an hour. I mean, they didn't leave the emergency room that they were in, and they said this is what needs to be done. Within another hour, they were doing it. They didn't wait around a week to see what needed to be done. He said they paid for their room, they paid their gas money down there, they paid for all their food while they were there. He's now 18 years old, and he's been cancer-free for 6 years.
Awesome.
They go back twice a year for checkups, but he's clean, he's good, and he's a great kid. He missed a year of school, but that's what it's about. When you go to the hospital, you see what's going on, you say, how can I help? What can I do to help? Here, it costs $2 million a day to run that hospital there, but it's a research hospital. So what they learn there may end up helping me or you, Tom. I mean, they share their research. So it's a research hospital for kids, but anyone and everyone can benefit from what they do there.
Absolutely. So, hello, youngin. Thank you. So yes, what they're doing now for research at St. Jude's may help Gary and I or you down the road, because they're always doing cancer research. So St. Jude's, August the 3rd, here in the Tri-Cities in Kingsport. We're going to broadcast a show from there. We'll do a special double dip on that day. That would be on a Thursday, right?
Thursday, yeah.
Thursday. So We'll be at Champion Chevrolet that morning, and we'll come back out and broadcast the show from the putt-putt. And so if you want to play, call Gary or call Tom Jane. Again, currently 90 young people using the services of St. Jude's in Scott, Washington, Sullivan, and Carter counties here in the region. 21 years he and this group, and there's a bunch of hardworking folks, have raised $1.7 million. And so in closing, at the end of the year, you wrap everything up, and along about September, October, somewhere through there, you guys load up and you take a caravan from here to Memphis. How long does it take to get there on your motorcycles?
Well, we leave Atlas Friendship Indian Dealership in Bristol at 9 o'clock on September the 8th. It's called Wings Across Tennessee. We'll stop in Knoxville and eat lunch. We'll stop again in Dixon, Tennessee for the night. We'll leave Dixon on Saturday morning. We'll arrive at St. Jude at noon. We'll make a presentation, and we usually eat lunch there at the hospital. It's available for tours if you want to go on a tour. But anyone is welcome to make this trip with us. You don't have to be on a motorcycle. It's a car, motorcycle. We like for people to go because once they get there and see what's going on, then their heart's in the right place. They really want to dig in and help after that. So, but anyone's welcome. The Indian Dealership in Bristol on September the 8th at 9 o'clock. We'll be leaving.
There you go. And you'll deliver the check on September the 9th?
Yes.
So
we'll pick up.
Be cool.
We'll pick up riders as we go down. So when we get there, there'll be maybe 100 motorcycles when we get there. So it's a good deal. Good event.
Well, it'd really be cool if they work on that. Once they let me go down and broadcast my show from St. Jude's, let's go down with you guys.
That'd be great.
And ladies, that'd be cool.
That'd be great.
Live from the lobby of St. Jude's Hospital in Memphis, baby. So, you ever been to Graceland? Have you been down there?
Been by it. No, I've never been to Graceland.
Well,
No.
if I end up going, I'd like to go down. I mean, you need to go to Graceland.
We can do that.
Yeah.
We can do that.
You reckon your wily brother would go with us?
I don't know. You can't get him out, away from the racetrack and all them young'uns and all that. So,
Don Buddy's brother, one of our great sponsors, Greg, of course, with Wells Fargo. Gary Taylor, man, this is awesome. I get fired up every time he comes here. He motivates me. In closing, to quote a verse, my second favorite verse after John 3:16, Matthew 25:40 says, "As you've done to the least of these, my brethren, you've done unto me." So in the literal sense, which I'm a simple country man, I take that literally. When you help kids like these guys and ladies do, then as if you're helping the Lord himself. Matthew 25:40. That's how I take it anyway.
Yeah.
So that's what it's all about, folks. If you would want to be a part of this, and I hope that you would, I don't know how many people are over there during this tournament. There's a pile of them in there.
Yeah, I would say the parking lot's full, and I would say 300 or 400 people probably.
And there's auctions. We didn't talk about that part. Even if you don't want to play putt-putt, but why would you not? Everybody can play putt-putt. Not everybody play golf, but everybody can get out there and smack a putt-putt and have for a good time, eat a burger. But you also have lots of door prizes and auctions. Tell me about that.
We have prizes donated from a lot of the local people here in town. Some people, a lot of gift certificates, that type of thing that we have silent auction on. And seems like Tom and I always end up bidding against each other. So I think it's his turn to win this year. We'll have to see though. But we have tables full of silent auction prizes.
Great stuff. Trips, golf games, trip tickets to all kinds of different attractions. I mean, it's all good. And it's all, again, circle the calendar. Thursday, August the 3rd, you're doing it for these kids at St. Jude's. And the kids here, 90 kids, again, coming out of 4 counties currently using the services of St. Jude's. And unfortunately, Scott County, Washington County, Sullivan County, and Carter County here in Northeast Tennessee. That's a good thing. I wish they didn't have to have it, but I'm glad we do at least have St. Jude's both in Memphis and here in Niswonger Children's Hospital in Johnson City. So it's all good. So got a big fourth planned at the Taylor household?
We'll just probably stay around, maybe grill some hamburgers, whatever, from Food City. They got good hamburgers. Got a good sale on right now.
Yes, they do. I like it. He's a marketing machine. In fact, it's so good, the ground beef patties are $1.99 right now. How about these watermelons? Back here behind me, looks like miniature basketballs. You can see them on top of my hat.
Yeah.
These tomatoes here right behind me, tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes, $1.99 a pound from RP Farms out of Granger County. So Granger County tomatoes, watermelon, seedless watermelon look like basketballs out here behind us for $3.99. With the coupon that kicks in tomorrow, you get them for $2.99. Seedless watermelon. So again, we love promoting the produce in Food City. So Granger County tomatoes and watermelons, loving it. Hello, Randy, how you doing? So it's all good here again at your local Food City. Appreciate you coming by, big guy.
Thank you, Tom, for having me.
Great job. Thank you very much. We'll take a quick break. We'll come right back, and we'll actually go to Cincinnati. We'll check in with our buddy from WLW Radio, our buddy Dave Martin, Riding the Wave with Dave. He joins us next here live with the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 549. Again, if you want to play in the putt-putt, we didn't give you the number. Tom Jane at 323-2239, the number to call. 323-2239, or Gary's number, 306-5415. Try not to hit you with a lot of numbers, but we'll just use Tom's at 323. We'll use Gary's 306 rather, 5415. 306-5415. Registration again, a 4-person team, $25 a person, $100 a team. A whole sponsor. Put me down for a whole sponsor. Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're down. I'll write you a check. Get you a check for that. Whole sponsor, Tom Taylor Sports Show. Love to have my name attached to this event. And then only $25 a person, $100 a team. It all goes for the cause. The food's donated, so when you make a purchase for the hamburgers and all the goodies over there, as far as the Dan burgers and all the good stuff, it's been donated. So everything goes into the pot to help these kids again at St. Jude. So August the 3rd. Gary Taylor's number is 306-5415. And we'll come right back and we'll go to Cincinnati, talk a little Reds baseball next here, and other sports goodies that Dave Martin deems necessary here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, live at Food City on Clinchfield Street in downtown Kingsport.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447. If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Back with the Tom Dooley Sports Show again, show number 549. Again, thanks to my man right here, Gary Taylor. He's a nice one. Appreciate him very much here again being with us on the Tom Dooley Sports Show. I was trying to find, hey, Brittany, you ready? Here we go. She's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Bring this lady over. Again, Gary, I appreciate him very much. You got to get involved in this putt-putt. Got to get involved because it's such a cool event. Let's get her in here and ready to go here. Kim's going to. Kim's going. Would you go get Kim, please, and tell her to we're going to push produce for you. Kim's going to do it. Yeah, thank you. Hi, dear.
Hey.
Let's put this right. I don't want to hurt. Pull it back up there and hold on to it. And let me. No, let's do this right here. Now, put it on top of your head. There we go. Brittany's here with us. See, this is live, and we're just country as cornbread. She's here, and gosh, I've been watching. It's been pretty steady, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Been starting all the weekend great.
Yes.
So let's jump in there and go. Tell me some of the specials and what's out there. You've been in this for a while. Looking at these coupons, what are some of these specials that folks they got to take advantage of? These are no-brainers.
Right. It starts Saturday and goes through Monday. We've got the 24 packs of Pepsi products. They're $4.99, which is a great deal. They're normally $7.49. We've got our Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce for 99 cents. We've got our apple pies from the bakery. They are $3.99. We've got our Maxwell House coffee for $4.99. Watermelons are going to be $2.99. And
now,
then
you can see those over top of my head in the screen. Again, we're talking to Brittany. And they look like some little small basketballs. These things are huge. And I've never had a bad watermelon from Food City, man. They cut good. They're sweet. I think they're coming out of Georgia and Florida right now. So those are $2.99. These are all coupon sale. It starts tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday. This is over and above the regular sale paper. So what else? What are some of the other specials you got?
Our Capri Sun packs, they're on sale for $1.99. Kraft salad dressing is going to be $1.49. The Kraft single cheese is $1.49. And our Golden Crinkle cut fries, the 5-pound bags, are $3.99. We also have our UT coolers on sale for $3.99 if you're a UT fan. And our charcoal for all your grilling needs is $2.49.
What are bomb pops up here? Those popsicles?
Yeah, they're like cherry and blueberry and like just white, but they're $1.99 for the 12-count boxes.
Yep. Kim's going to push produce, and she's going to talk about the regular sale paper. But these coupons kick in tomorrow and go tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday. So the Cube 24-pack 12-ounce cans for $4.99 limit too, right?
Right, $4.99.
So, Pepsi,
Mountain Dew, Dr. Pepper,
Diet Pepsi,
Diet Dr. Pepper,
and Diet Dew.
Yes.
Yeah, flying out of here. So, and I've been watching the 20 ounces that are on sale now. They've been flying out here already this morning. So, lots going on. Lance crackers, $1.49 for an 8-count, limit 6. So, Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, that'll set you free right there. That's good stuff. You slather that all over you, or not all over you, but slather it all over your barbecue. Ho, 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 Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, 99 cents. Bakery fresh apple pie for $3.99. All this available again at your local Food City. Good stuff. So, Miss Brittany's in the house. I appreciate you coming by, dear.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. And so, you got a big 4th of July plan?
Oh, yeah. I'm off work, so I'm grilling
There
out.
you go. She is doing something other than working, right? She's gone.
Yes.
There you go. Thank you. Appreciate you, dear.
Thank you.
Let's tell you right now about this right here. You can win 2 tickets to Dollywood. All you got to do is go right there, TomTaylorSports.com/contest. Winner will be announced on Friday, July 21st. Sponsored by JeremyLivesey.com, Mortgage Investors Group. He said, I want to give away some tickets to Dollywood. These are good for any 2 one-day passes. I think about $100 a piece, if I remember right. And so they'll give those away. We'll give those away on July the 21st. They can be used late summer, fall, Christmas time, whenever you want to go to Dollywood, and you can do it and have a big time. We move Brittany out. We move in Miss Kim, the lovely Kim Lane. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. You been to Dollywood?
I have not this year. I've been, but oh yeah, absolutely.
All right. We got folks in 11 states watching the show, so they're going to, we register for these Dollywood tickets. The folks who've never been to Dollywood, tell them the bird's eye view, tell them what Dollywood's all about. Give them your impression of Dollywood.
I love it, but I love roller coasters, so I have a good time on the rides. They have some really good roller coasters, good food also.
See here, there's that one. Have you been on that one, the one that goes upside? Is that the new one?
No, I have not been on the new one. It wasn't ready when I was there last year, so I'm going to have to wait and try it out this year.
Is that it, or is that an old one? I don't even know.
Which one is that?
I don't know. It goes upside down and loop-de-loop. That's all I know.
I don't know that one.
All right. So anyway, they got all kinds of roller coasters, the food. They got lots of music. In the fall, they have the it's called Arts and Crafts Festival. I guess we'll get the name of this stuff by Wednesday when I'm back on. But they have an arts and crafts show. You go down in the fall, and the blacksmith's there. You smell the wood smoke, and they're doing the fried onions and soup, beans, and cornbread out there. It's a fall theme, and they transition from that into Christmas. So, and then, of course, you still got late summer. So, if you want to go, TomTaylorSports.com/contest. Let's do it one more time. We'll get this lovely lady rolling here. There it is, TomTaylorSports.com/contest. We'll give it away July 21st. Again, thanks so much to Jeremy Livesey at JeremyLivesey.com with Mortgage Investors Group. She's in the house. We don't need Turtle. We got Kim. I don't even know where is it. I haven't even seen Tommy. Is he here?
Yeah, he's back in here somewhere. I'm not sure which direction he ran off to, but he's in the house.
He's in the house. Turtle's in the house.
Turtle's in the house.
We've got her though. We're ready. So tell us what we got. What are some of the great specials, dear, you got going on?
Well, we have half ribeyes, $7.99 a pound. That's for certified Angus beef. It's an excellent price.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet corn in the husk, 4 for $1. Blueberries, buy one get one free. Hot dog and hamburger buns, Kearns, buy one get one free. Mayfield ice cream, buy one get one free. Kraft mayonnaise,
what's your favorite ice cream?
My favorite, chocolate. Absolutely, chocolate.
That's what I'm talking about. Chocolate ice cream. All right.
Kraft mayonnaise is $1.99. Baked beans, Food Club baked beans, Van Camp's chili with beans, and Armour chili's 99 cents a can. We have some really good deals this week. Seedless watermelons, $3.99 a piece.
Got grapes on sale too.
Grapes, red, white, or black, $1.99 a pound. It's an excellent price.
Now over my shoulder right here in the produce, as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and get one. Check this out. These are Granger County. You talking about a little slicing good on a mater. Check that out right there. How about that? That is looking good. Granger County maters for $1.99 a pound from RP Farms, and that's with your Food City Value card. And so we sell a lot of produce, and a lot of the produce is grown here locally. I think last year Steve told me, he told me up the spring race, $6 or $7 million worth of produce Food City has bought last year alone that's coming out of our local economy. So imagine if Food City wasn't buying it here, it was coming and getting it from other parts of the country. The vacuum of the money, because that money, let's face it, when these farms, they pay for the produce, they go out and buy tires for the trucks and clothes for their kids and back to school and whatever they got to have for their farm. So it just kind of perpetuates itself. So $6 to $7 million Food City spends on locally grown produce, and there's some right there. RP Farms homegrown tomatoes. They get what do they get down in Newcastle? I was down there with Mike Tipton one time. What the heck is it? Blackberries. Blackberries. They down there. They do corn. Scott Farms. They do green beans from Scott Farms. Or strawberries have they're gone, right? They fizzled.
They are, yeah.
They're over for the year. The strawberries locally grown, so it's all right here. And again, the seedless watermelons. You got peppers on sale. Tell me about the gourmet burgers. Folks may not know about the gourmet burgers at Food City.
Gourmet burgers in 12 varieties, $2 each. It's a really good deal. Those black and blue are really good.
Black and blue is the one that goes, absolutely. So
right.
Black and blue gourmet burger, and they've got 12 different varieties to choose from. And so they've got those at $2 each at your local Food City. Then also, let's jump in here and talk about what's going on in the Bakery Deli right now.
We got some mustard potato salad, $2.99 a pound. 8-piece fried chicken for $6.99. Bakery fresh cookies, $2.99. Peach delight cake, $5. And right now you can get a fresh Reuben combo with chips or fries and a 16-ounce drink for only $5.
There you go. It's all going on again at your local Food City. Now the coupon that Brittany talked about, it's worth you talking about again because that starts tomorrow. And so those are good savings, and these are even better savings starting tomorrow and also on Sunday and Monday. Tell me about those.
We're going to have Pepsi products, the 24-pack cans for $4.99. Oscar Mayer bacon, $3.99. Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, 99 cents. Seedless watermelons will be another $1 off for $2.99. Lance crackers only $1.49 for the 8-count pack.
I had Hubbard on the other day up there at Eastman Road. I thought he was going to jump to the microphone and said, Tom, I ain't seen crackers like this since the 70s, $1.49.
That's true.
Okay, so, old Hub, he's an icing, ain't he?
He is.
Yeah. I understand y'all snookered him here not too long ago.
We got him pretty good.
I heard all
hey,
about that.
don't let him play innocent. He started it.
There you go.
He started it, we finished it.
I understand you got him pretty good. Well, we snookered him. That was good. I was proud of you.
We did.
Yeah, I heard that. So, how about that apple pie?
$3.99. Baked fresh in their Bakery Deli.
So get you some chocolate ice cream from Mayfield. And then get you an apple pie. A lot of folks use vanilla, but I like chocolate.
Right.
That'd go down pretty good, wouldn't it? Go down easy?
Yeah.
Apple pie and chocolate ice cream?
Well, I haven't tried it with chocolate, but anything's good with chocolate.
Yeah, everything's good with chocolate.
Right.
You got it. Wake up Maxwell House Coffee. Tell me about that one.
$4.99.
There you go. So all this, again, with the Gas and Go, you get 150 points. You get Gas and Go, your Food City Value Card. And gas right now, check this out. Gas is $1.87 a gallon.
That's right.
Is that before?
That's before.
So
before your fuel points.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's dropped then. So if you have 150 points for your Food City Value Card, you can get gas today, regular unleaded, here for $1.72 a gallon. There's places I know right now they're $2.50, $2.60, $2.70 for regular unleaded. We got it for $1.87. Anyway, then 15 cents off, you get 150 points that you accrue shopping it at your local Food City. You get up here on the wall where they got it posted $1.72 a gallon for gas. That's dirt cheap. How many years you been in Food City?
17.
Yeah. She does a great job. So this is one of these ladies. Let me tell you how valuable she is. Les will call up and say, can you go to this store for a while and work it? You go over here and work it. How many different stores you worked at?
I can't count them.
Yeah.
I don't even remember them all. I'm getting old, Tom.
No, you're not getting old, but it is a compliment to her because she kind of goes in Band-Aids. Either somebody's out sick, somebody's on vacation, people leave and they got a filled position, so they say, Kim, can you go work? I know you've been to Colonial Heights, you've been here, you've been at Eastman Road, you've been at Churchill.
Gray.
Oh, I didn't know you've been to Gray.
Gray, I worked in Gray for probably about 4 years.
There you go.
Rogersville.
There's 6.
Jonesboro.
7. There's 7 different stores. So the lady just she's, that's a lot to be said that they can call her up and say, hey, can you go to this store and work for a while? And you've been here for how long?
2 years.
Yeah, so she's been helping Tommy down there for 2 years. So that is a compliment whether she wants to take it or not, that they can call her and say, you kind of go and pitch hit for a while at this particular store. And she, yeah, I'll go. So there you go. She does a good job. Got a big fourth planned?
Not really. Work.
You working on the 4th?
Working. Yeah, then I'll probably hang by the pool.
Hanging out by the pool.
Relax.
There you go. That's a good way to do it. Just sit by the pool and kick back. So I'm glad you came by to see me. Appreciate you.
Well, thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah. She's country's cornbread, so and
right.
I like it. So I'll never forget the time you came down to the baseball game and did the sell ad down there at the volunteer baseball game people, the phone's popping going, who is that girl? She sounds country. Well, she is country. Ain't nothing wrong with that, is there?
Nothing.
No, country's cornbread. All right. I'm going to take a break. I'll be right back. We've got more sports to talk about here. We're live at Food City on show number 549th edition of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447. If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Back live with the Tom Taylor Sports Show again, show number 549. Tommy brought up a good point. So when you cut your hair, and I forgot about that, PanteneBeautifulLinks.com is where you want to go. And so they're going to, when it gets to the appropriate length, which is getting close, then I'll cut it off and they'll donate it. I lost a mama and a daddy to cancer, so it's my way of giving back. So they'll donate it to Locks for Love, the American Cancer Society, to make a real hair wig for ladies going through chemo or radiation, going through cancer treatment. It's my way of giving back. So PanteneBeautifulLinks.com. The problem with the turtle, I didn't realize when I set out to do this, at my age it don't grow too fast. It's been about 2 years in the making here. So
we might be able to get that up. We shave it all the way off. I think by the Fun Fest, maybe we'll do that right out in the middle of everybody. I'll bring my clippers and we'll trim that off. I think we can do that live right out in the middle of DB Stadium. I can do that for you.
Let me get back to you on that. I'll have my peeps call your peeps.
Yeah. So you call me and we'll talk about it then.
We're going to talk Food City coming up in a second. I want to get his take. He's a huge Tennessee football fan.
Absolutely.
We had our football guy on yesterday talking about UT, our weekly UT guy. He says a couple of articles have come out in the national media that Butch Jones is on the hot seat in Knoxville. Do you think Butch Jones, the coach of Tennessee, is on the hot seat going into the season?
Yeah, because I don't think he's made it over the hump yet, probably, I'd say. But, you're always on the hot seat when you're in a high-profile program and not win the national championship. I mean, nothing against Butch Jones because he's a good guy. I mean, but I think any time that that's a hot seat in Tennessee, you expected to win all the time. If you don't win, that's what you're going to deal with. I like him, though. He brings a lot of excitement to UT.
He will be right here across the parking lot July the 11th. The Big Orange Caravan's coming to town.
He sure will.
Along with Holly Warlick, and I believe Rick Barnes will be here, the men's basketball coach. The voice of Vols, Bob Kessling, will be here. We're working through trying to get the permission to broadcast a show from there to promote the Big Orange. We'll see if we can pull that off. Are you guys sponsoring it?
No, I don't think we're doing the sponsorship on it. I know I'm helping them on a few things, so I guess you could say yes.
Yeah. So Food City, a big sponsor of UT Sports. But anyway, Butch Jones and the Big Orange Caravan will be right across the parking lot here in downtown Kingsport on July the 11th, which is not that far away. So before we get into the Food City sale pay, there's a bunch of good stuff going with those coupons. Brittany and Kim have told you about it, but Turtle Man's been in the business how long?
25 years.
So he knows it.
And I don't even look that old.
No, you don't. No, you started when you were 12, so.
Yeah. I started when I was like 5. I mean, I'm just turning 30 this year. What's going to be Tennessee's record before we get to that this year?
Here we go.
I know where we're going to head with this.
All right, I want to get your take.
You don't call me Turtle for nothing. I'm fast with stuff.
You are. You're fast as lightning. Turtle says, all right, Georgia Tech, win or loss?
We'll win that one.
All right. Indiana State.
We'll win that one.
At Florida.
We'll win that one.
UMass.
We'll win that one.
Georgia at home.
We'll win that one.
South Carolina.
We'll win that one.
We're 6-0 at Alabama.
I hope we win that one, but you better put that on the other side.
All right. At Kentucky.
We'll win that one.
All right. Southern Miss at home.
We'll win that one. That'll be a tough game, though.
All right. At Missouri.
We'll win that one.
All right. LSU at home.
I hope we win this one, but you better put it on the other side.
There we go. And then Vanderbilt.
We'll win that one. So I think we'll be 10-2.
You got them at 10-2.
I hope it's better than that, but I think that's the number.
I've done the unofficial different guests on the show. I've had 7-5. I've had 8-4. I've had 9-3. I've had 10-2. Most agree that it'll be Kentucky or Alabama and LSU will get them. And
Florida will be a toughie. That would be the other one. That's a tough game.
And Georgia, of course, it's in Knoxville. That's a big advantage. But anyway, he's got them at 10-2. If that's the case, he ain't in trouble. Now, I've heard a couple guys I've had on the show said 7-5 because they haven't turned the corner yet. And I'm thinking, I think they're better than 7-5, but
if they're 7-5, he will be on the hot seat.
No, if he's 7-5, they'll be calling
on no seat.
They're calling U-Haul to get his equipment and move him on out because I don't think he'll make it at 7-5. The fan base won't let him. But my man's in the house, Tommy Stanley. We're here live at Food City on Clinchfield Street. We're going to talk to Bill Patrick about the Kingsport Speedway coming up here in a few minutes. And
I will tell you while you're taking a break, having to look at this on here and seeing us live, we looked a lot better on radio. Now, I'm glad we got this, but, man, we did have better face for radio. I've been told that, and I do agree.
I'm right there with you.
So.
But one of the things they sell a lot of, it's right over my shoulder, they sell a lot of locally grown produce. Am I right in saying Food City spent between $6 and $7 million last year in local produce?
Yes.
Yeah. And right behind me is Granger County tomatoes. I showed you those. Picked one of those off the pack. We can do it again. Let's do this.
Yeah, we sell a lot of Granger County tomatoes.
You talking about a one will go good right there.
Yeah, we got two big displays of them, and that'll be replenished several times today. We've also got right outside the door. I'm sure you've seen it already. We've got the local grown Scott's green beans.
Green beans, half runners.
Yep, that'd be good with a big old slab of meat in it and taters. That's good.
Where's my dinger? Dang it.
On the cornbread.
Go ahead and dang it, son.
On the cornbread. Got to have it.
You got to have it, baby. You got it.
Nice slice of onion behind your everyday onion. It's there.
Now, Tim Marshall came up and brought me some of this hickory smoked bologna. It's been in the smoker all night long. That'd go good with a little slab of half runners on the side of that with some hickory smoked bologna.
I was okay just eating it plain. I ate a big chunk of it plain. It was really good. You know,
that's what I ate right there.
Yeah, it's in Hawkins County. That's a ribeye for us. That's what we have for ribeye down there. That's a poor man's steak right there. That's a good one. Don't make fun of us down there. Not down there.
I love
down
his
there.
guy. I love his guy.
Yeah, no, it is really good. I honestly had not tried that until today. Tim does a wonderful job on the smoker. We do got a couple other people that also, when Tim's on vacation, you know, we got prime rib. But we get that at Christmas. I know my family does, and it's really good. There's nothing that's bad on there. He makes a bone-in chicken breast that's phenomenal. Wings. I mean, you name it, he can make it. And salmon. Salmon is awesome. He makes a lot of it. We got a lot of people make a lot of special orders. We got a lot of special orders that we do. I know I was back there looking a minute ago before I come up here, before you hollered at me. We actually got, I think, about 26 butts going out in the morning, just special orders. I mean, we do all the work for you, and all you got to do is come in, get it, take it, and just take the credit for it. You don't even have to tell nobody where you got it.
He's got them on sale, too. They've smoked them. Here's the prices again.
Oh, yeah.
Run them down for
Yeah, we got the full rack of ribs, $16. Half rack is $9. The Boston Butt is $25 whole, $16 half. Smoked bologna, $5.99 a pound. I will make a comment on the Boston Butt. Man, that stuff is it is phenomenal. Get a whole butt, and I know you got, maybe not a big family and get a half, but I'll tell you what, that stuff is good to just put it in the freezer and warm it up later. Put it in small packages and warm it up. Man, it tastes just like the day you fixed it. So it is phenomenal.
Boston Butt, smoked bologna, $5.99 a pound, and they're going to smoke them again tonight too. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm. We'll smoke them again tonight, and I think he'll probably smoke a lot right on through 4th of July.
So if you want something, I mean, it's going to be literally hot off the smoker.
Yep.
Ribs, a rack of ribs, $16, half rack $9 here at this store only.
Yep.
Boston Butts, half for 20 or 16 for a whole for 25. And then the smoked bologna was what I'm nibbling on here, $5.99 a pound. You're right here at the Clinchfield Street location of Food City. Over 120 stores in 4 states, and we got the smoker here with the pitmaster Tim Marshall, and does a great job. So that's another reason to come here to this particular Food City and get you some savings. Now,
we have a permanent smoker. Let me say this: we actually have one this year. We smoke every weekend except for the 2 race weekends. Usually ours goes to the racetrack. But if you're not at this store, maybe you're in Chattanooga, you're in Georgia, you're in Kentucky, every district, we have, I think now about 12 or 15 of them throughout the company. So we actually have, every district has one that floats around. Like we have one that goes around that floats through the district, that goes to different stores. So check your stores and find out. The meat departments will be able to tell you. But here we do have one year round. But I don't want somebody that's down in Knoxville that thinks that they can't get it. If you was going to the Tennessee game, they do a lot of tailgate and pull them out and travel. We do a lot for different events here. And we cater to different events. We got a lot of people that has weddings. We've done weddings out here multiple times at the farmer's market that we've smoked the corn and the ribs and stuff for them. So you are absolutely correct. We do it for a lot of different events. So check your local Food City. They can tell you that, even if it's not here.
That's my buddy Joel Ragsdale, isn't it?
Joel does it in this district. He goes from Colonial Heights to Rogersville to Clintwood, Virginia is his area. And we got different ones that go to different areas, but you are correct.
He watches the show every day. Thank you, Joel Ragsdale. He's a regular viewer and watcher. And if he can't do it while he's during the day, he goes back and watches at night. We appreciate that. By the way, I want to talk about this for just a second. We're 49 days away from the Food City 300. You can get your tickets here. Not only for that one, but for the Bass Pro Shop NRA Night Race, which is 50 days out. Those tickets are on sale here at the front office of all Food Cities. And that's a great savings. Food City and the Speedway teamed up to do that as a kind of a guinea pig. And back in the spring, it went so good. But now they're doing it again this time out. So you can get them right up here in the front office, and you've
Very
got
convenient.
them. Oh, yeah, ready to go.
Yeah, you just get them, and then just give your email address, and then we turn around, and you'll get your email when they're ready, and we'll explain all that here at store level, but it's real simple. It's easy to come in, get it done, and get out, and it takes all the work and running everywhere and all that. 'Cause that's one thing we want to do here is make everything as convenient as possible.
Friday night, Food City 300, all the kids 12 and under get in free. The adult ticket is $30. You can get them in any Food City front office. The night race, the Bass Pro Shop NRA night race, the America's night race, as Charlie Daniels says on the commercial we're running. The tickets for the adults are only $60 to get in there and see what's going to be, I think, a sellout with Junior coming to town for the final time. Kids tickets are only $10. $10 for kids tickets in any Food City, and $60 for adult tickets for the night race. So, and they're on sale right now, as Tommy said, at any Food City front office. Go up and say, I want to buy tickets, and transactions done, and you're finished. So, lots of specials. Take it away, big guy. You've been at it for 25 years. Start with the coupon, start with the sell paper, do whatever you want to do.
Well, I'm sure that Kim and all the rest of them talked about a lot of the ads. I'm going to touch base on a few things that I think is very exciting. You know, we've done Midnight Madness sales for a few years now, you know, on Fridays towards the end of the month. That works out great. But we started a new 3-day sale been a few months ago, and it's been a real positive feedback from the customers. You know, we've had a lot of positive from that. Like this week on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, we're going to have like Capri Sun drinks, $1.99. Bomb Pops, $1.99. Now you got the red, white, and blue ones, original. My favorite is the Hawaiian Punch. They are awesome. Look at me, big kid. They're good. They're good. Cheetos, Fritos, Turry's Kettle Chips, $1.49. Kraft salad dressings. Now these items, by the way, that I mentioned are limit 2, and that's 2 per day per value card. You can come back the next day and get 2 more. Country Time drink mix, limit 2, Philadelphia cream cheese, $1.49. Cool Whip, 99 cents. Here's a biggie for the holiday. I was going to read them all, but here's a biggie. Kraft American Singles, $1.49.
That goes.
I know you got you a big old hamburger and all that. Throw you a big slice of cheese or 2 slices of cheese on it. And that's the good stuff. And you got Golden Crinkles, a 5-pound bag, $3.99. And Bugles or Chex Mix, 99 cents. That's a really good price. The Char King 11.6-pound bag charcoal, $2.49. That's half price. Actually, it's cheaper than half price. And obviously, what's a 4th of July anywhere around, and I'm being real serious on this, without a University of Tennessee cooler for $3.99. Don't matter whether you're a Tech fan or you're a Tennessee fan, Georgia, LSU, got to have a Tennessee cooler.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good thing. I do think in the other areas they actually have their coolers there, but it's all Tennessee here.
There you go.
We got our 24-pack sodas. You know, they're actually $4.99. 24-pack can. That is a heck of a price. Seedless watermelon. You've seen some of them up here. They're beautiful. Big seedless watermelon. $2.99.
Where are they coming in from? Florida?
I'd have to check. I think so, but
Florida and Georgia. I think
so right now. They're really good. Oscar Mayer bacon, $3.99. Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. So when you get you a butt, we suggest the Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. That's the best with the butts and ribs. Oscar Mayer beef wieners. I ate some of them last night. $2.99. Lance crackers, 8 count, $1.49. That's a heck of a price. The big box of Little Debbie cakes, $2.49. And what's the 4th of July without apple pie?
You got it.
$3.99, limit 2 for apple pie. But I will tell you, them are awesome. But we have the big apple lattice pie, the big one, $9.99. Your mama can't make it any better. Your mama can't make it any better. That's the best pie you'll get.
There you go.
The apple lattice, they're really good. Got cheese. You know, we got a lot of items, but I will mention something out of the regular ad. You know, we got half ribeye, certified Angus, $7.99 a pound. And I don't know about you, that's my favorite steak is a ribeye. That certified Angus, you cannot beat it. Got a good marble to it. Sweet corn, 4 for $1. 4 for
25 cents an ear,
25 cents an ear. So then we got blueberries half price. But I was trying to think, and I won't swear to this, but 25 year, I don't remember ever ground beef patties being $1.99 a pound. $1.99 a pound for beef patties. So I mean, them are fresh. We'll cut them for you daily to whatever size you want made. $1.99 a pound. So look there, you know, $1.99 beef patties. You got, what is that, two? I'll tell you wrong here. Let me look. Thought it's $1.49. You got the Kraft American Single, 16 slices, and then you can get the Kern's hamburger and hot dog buns. Buy one, get one free. Then you turn around over here and you got the Oscar Mayer beef weenies for $2.99. I mean, it's easy. You got it all set right there. You got your hamburger, your hot dogs, your bun, tater chips, mayonnaise,
soft drinks.
Got soft drinks. You got six-pack, $1.88. You got ice cream. I mean, you can't beat it. And put you some of that corn on the grill. Oh, yeah.
It's all good, man.
It's all good.
At Food City.
I get all excited about eating.
Yeah, you
look at me. I'm fading away nothing, but I'm telling you.
You're puny.
I do eat. You just don't stick with me.
Now, tell me about the gourmet burgers. We got 12 of them. I talked about the black and blue. There's obviously 11 other ones. I can't remember. You remember any of the other ones off the top of your head?
We got a UT burger. We got a Virginia Tech burger.
Gotcha. All right.
We do got the black and blue. We got steak burger. I can't think of all the names neither.
Jalapeno.
Now you said that, we got the jalapeno. It's funny, the one you mentioned right off, black and blue burger. We was back there talking about it. I'm not the biggest fan of blue cheese. But that is my favorite burger.
Mine too.
Because when you mix it together, it makes the best burger. So I'm telling you, if you see it and go, man, that's blue cheese. I don't know about that.
Yep.
Try it, because I tried it, and if I'm buying them, that's what I'll get. We've got a Vidae onion burger. It's good. There's not really any of them. I mean, we got anything that you would want, that what your taste buds is looking for. We've also right here got shortcuts on that same page, over in the produce. We'll do the work for you there. We got kebabs, veggie kebabs. Maybe you don't like meat. We do have the veggie kebabs. We do have, in the meat department, we've got any chicken and beef and pork kebabs too, but we got our shortcuts. We got corn in here that's already cut up, cleaned up, ready for you. All you got to do is put it on, boil it, grill it, whichever way you'd like.
Have a big time with it.
Yeah, we got the fixings here for your lettuce and onion and tomatoes. I mean, we got everything you would want right here together.
You got it. It's your local Food City, open to midnight, again, 7 days a week.
7 days a week.
Yep. Well, I'm going to take a break. You've done good, son. You've earned lunch. Earned your keep today. It's good.
Oh, good. You buying lunch, I get the other piece of bologna.
Yep. There you go. You get that one right there. Take it.
I get the other piece of bologna.
There you go.
Sweet. You buying this?
That's it.
Okay.
You want a grip energy drink to chase it? You want a grip? We've got.
You buying that too?
They're right here. You got white grape. We got pink grapefruit. Got lemon lime, pineapple, root beer. What do you want? Sugar-free orange or sugar-free pink grapefruit? Compliments of grip.
Give me grip. Or give me the white grape. I'll try it.
White grape. All right.
Hey, I like this thing. I like this thing being on air. It's the first time he's ever bought my food. No, it ain't. I better take that back. He's bought my food before.
I know one thing. I appreciate his friendship. How long have we known each other?
A long time.
How long you been here?
6 years.
That's longer. Okay, because I knew you when you were in Bluntville. How long were you in Bluntville?
10 years longer.
Yeah. So
it's probably been
16 years.
16 year, and I got my turtle name from you. That's where it started right there. I've had people to call and ask me why I got the name.
Because when he goes fishing, his kids catch fish and you catch
turtle.
Yep. There you go. He was proud of the fact too. So as a result of that, we call him Turtle, and there you go. And I treasure his friendship. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. We're going to go to Cincinnati, check in with Dave Martin of the WLW Radio next. This one's running over. Here's the beauty about being on Facebook and being on the website. We're on as long as we need to be on. We're not bound by time anymore. So
no, we're just going to stay on here the rest of the day.
There you go. Again, as we go to the break, be sure and go and win 2 tickets to Dollywood. Again, we'll give them away July 21st, 2 one-day passes. And again, you can do that. And thanks to Jeremy Livesey of Mortgage Investors Group, said, I want to buy some tickets to give away to Dollywood. So there you go. And folks, when we gave away the Spring National tickets, we had over 250 entries from 11 states. So give it a whirl. Why would you not? Give me your impression of Dollywood. You've been down there.
Well, I was just sitting here thinking, why don't we go down there and do one of these live menu one day in Dollywood somewhere?
Food City's sponsoring it.
Yeah, we can go down there and we can do all this live on TV, and we can ride some of the rides. What do you think? Water slides and stuff.
That's a good idea. I may call my buddy Western and see if we can't get down there.
See what you can do. I'll drive you.
Seriously?
I'll drive
Big menu, Tom and Tommy show.
Yeah.
Live from Dollywood.
Tom and Turtle. I'll go down there and do it, I promise. You set it up, and I'll drive us down there.
You tell Les we're going down and promote Food City at Dollywood.
Yeah. We go down there, and we're also going to take our shorts, and we're going to ride some stuff while we're there.
Whee! All right.
Yes.
Ooh. I don't know if I'll be wearing shorts. I'll go, but I ain't wearing shorts.
It's going to look funny, you riding that
water ride
with cowboy boots. You're going to have to cut the hair because it'll be flying in the wind.
If you saw my legs, they call me pasty.
I don't care. It's going to be fun either way. So you set that up. Now, y'all see this. It's live. He going to set this up for the end of the year. We're going to be down there.
I'm going to tell you this story. It's a true story. Last time I was at the beach, I was laying down on the sand, and kids were covering me up with sand. The little boy come up beside me. I'm not come up out of the water, about 3 or 4 years old, stopped and looked down at my legs. Of course, they're white as a sheet of paper. And this little boy said, and I quote, "Mommy, what's wrong with his legs?"
Don't get out in the sun enough.
No, they're pasty. So, anyway, we'll take a break. We'll come right back. We'll go to Cincinnati and talk sports with the Reds live on the phone. On WLW Radio's Dave Martin next here on show number 549. They said it wouldn't last here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
Back live again at Food City and in downtown Kingsport on Clinchfield Street. The big 4th of July sales on, and this place is hopping. Let's go to Cincinnati on the phone, or on the phone you see on the screen. Our buddy Dave Martin with the WLW Radio in Cincinnati. And again, want to say one more time to be sure and go and try and win tickets to Dollywood. Giving away tickets to Dollywood Theme Park. Again, 2 one-day passes. These are $100 a piece. And so we're going to give those away July the 21st. You can use them anytime between now and the end of the year. And if you've never been to Dollywood, it's been named the #1 amusement park in America about 4 years in a row. So I don't know who says that, but I guess folks go around and rate the amusement parks. And so, again, just go to TomTaylorSports.com/contest, and folks already have. And so good luck. We'll give that away coming up 3 weeks from today. Another place that got a really cool amusement park is Kings Island in Cincinnati. On the phone is our buddy Dave Martin. Dave, have you ever been to Kings Island? You ever been out to rode the roller coasters or anything, big guy?
Funny you should mention that. I was there earlier this year, and I got drug on begrudgingly on a couple of the roller coasters, and my head was still shaking about a week later. And I said, that's the last time I'm riding those damn things, because I got to do a radio show. My marbles got to be stable. They can't be twirling around in my head.
Oh, I love it.
So much for riding those rides. I'll let the younger generation enjoy all that stuff. And you get the women drag you on it and stuff, and so you do what you have to do. But yeah, I paid a heavy price for that. And well, maybe that's what's wrong with my hearing, because I didn't hear the phone ring earlier, and it kind of got me a little scared, because my mom was always hard of hearing, and my dad, he became hard of hearing, but I think that was kind of selective hearing. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
And stuff when she was always screaming at us wild Indians, is what they called us, me and my 3 brothers and 1 sister, then I could understand why his hearing would go in and out on him and stuff like that, because she'd always yell over there, Ray, the kids need a beating. And so we'd all head for the woods and stuff.
She would say that the kids need a whipping. She would say that. That's good.
Yeah. It was actually, it wasn't a whipping. It was an old-fashioned good old-fashioned beating, because back in those days, parents could get away with roughing you up a little bit. And I think it made us for the better and stuff. But anyhow, he kind of developed that selective hard hearing and stuff, and he would just kind of wave his hand and shake it at her and stuff, and so we usually dodged about 8 out of the 10 of the beatings. But occasionally, I guess we did. I usually got the worst of the beatings, because I would beat up on my other 3 brothers, and you know how that goes. The oldest always got blamed for everything. So, if anybody got the beating, it was me, because they would pretend they got beat up by me. So Dad figured, well, okay, now you got yours coming. But anyhow, that's a whole different generation, if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, we're talking to Dave again on the phone. You see on the screen with WLW Radio in Cincinnati. All right, last night I was talking to Reds. Homer Bailey comes back, his second start. I talked about this yesterday on the air with a couple of guys on the show. I said he's got to psychologically come out, have a big outing tonight, because he's coming off getting shelled the first time out. He comes out last night and gets beat worse. So not psychologically and literally, Homer Bailey not doing well with the Reds right now, and they're not doing well.
Well, yeah, the Reds can't afford to have questionable starting pitching, so they're going to have to make a decision. Now, I haven't actually seen him pitch in person or anything like that. The only thing that I could say defending Homer Bailey is I think they kind of rushed him up there. I don't think he spent enough time down there AAA or maybe AA really getting himself into shape. When you have as many surgeries that Homer's had over the last couple of years, you just don't come back and be all this in a slice of bread, if you know what I'm talking about. He's going to have to take more time, I think, to really build up his arm strength. I would suggest they send him down to AAA and maybe let him pitch 3 innings at a time. And he's definitely pitched good to some hitters, but then he's gotten himself in trouble, and the guys must be waiting on, maybe his fastball or whatever, and they're teeing off on it right now. And, you've got to have 3 pitches and maybe even a 4th pitch to really be effective in the major league level nowadays with some of these hitters. And plus his confidence, I'm sure it's really rattled and stuff like that. So I would think it's time for a little bit of a reset. And if the Reds are going to make any kind of move, because like we talked about before, their sticks are hitting the ball. I mean, they've got some guys with impressive numbers and stuff, and they can put a scare into any team and stuff like that. But, if you're, 6-7 runs down by the 2nd or 3rd inning, you're pretty much, demoralized right there, and, a team can, pull all kinds of things against you. So, I'm on the category give Homer a break because, I think he's making a sincere effort to come back, and he's signed that big contract and stuff, and he definitely wants to live up to it. But it's a shame because he's a very nice individual if you ever meet him and talk to him.
We're talking to Dave Martin live in Cincinnati. So the Reds open up a series tonight against the Cubs. The Cubs getting a little head of steam. They're a game behind Milwaukee in the Central. You got Feldman on the mound. Votto goes deep last night with 2 home runs for the Reds and a losing cause. So we're getting ready to come to the break. The Reds are 12 under. They're sinking fast, and they continue to sink. So here's the question to you. You become do you start selling these guys off? Do you get rid of Votto? Do you get rid of Zach Kozar? Do you start playing for the future? What do you do if you're Reds management? Do you keep Ryan Price? What do you do?
Yeah, well, I think right now you're posing some darn good questions. I would say, being realistic, that this isn't the year for the Reds. They would maybe be, in best case scenario, another year, 2 years off. But they do have an awful lot of impressive players that I think would probably garner them a lot of hot prospects. So I would say right now it's kind of looking more and more like, that would be the smarter thing for the franchise to do, because really baseball nowadays, you have to really build up from the AAA and your farm team, and you got to keep a steady flow of young talent. And you can see that so many teams that are having big seasons, successful seasons stuff, is because they've got their young guys that finally matured into being top-notch players and stuff like that, and that's made all the difference in the world. And of course, the Cleveland Indians, I think, are one of the prime examples with what they did last year and what they're doing this year. And it's basically because their young guys came through the farm system and moved up and become top-notch, bona fide major league players and stuff, along with a great pitching staff. When they're all healthy, they've got as good of a starting rotation and a great bullpen. So, the Indians are pretty much a prime example. But you can look at a couple of the other teams right now in Major League Baseball and how they've come about being good. And, of course, the Dodgers have always been well known for their tremendous farm system. So you're right. The Reds are going to be in that quandary. They've got at least 3 or 4 players that would draw real good. I don't know whether they get rid of Votto, because right now he's kind of like what you need to hang your hat on. But I would say some of the other guys could be fair game. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. We're talking to Dave Martin. Again, let's switch gears. We're going to find out where we can hear him tomorrow night and over the weekend. Let's switch gears and talk. We're not that far away. This came through the volunteer camps of all the pro football teams. So, again, training camp not that far away for the Bengals and the Browns up in Ohio. So what are you hearing first off there in Cincinnati about the Bengals, and on up the road, what are you hearing about the Browns right now?
Well, the thing we talked about before with the Bengals, interesting situation, because Marvin Lewis, who's been their longtime coach and pretty darn successful the last 5 or 6 years. Bengals actually made the playoffs 5 of the last 6 years. They didn't last year. But he's on the final year of his contract, and so, of course, the hubbub is that Mike Brown, the owner, does not like to waste money, so he's not going to fire him. He's going to let him do this year. But the Bengals better make the playoffs, at least play respectably. Otherwise, he could be gone. There could be a real shakeup down here in Cincinnati. And, of course, the Browns are the Browns. They might be playing for number 1 draft choice again, but every time they get a number 1 draft choice, it doesn't seem like it pans out. And their guy this year has got foot problems, and they're saying that, he's going to have to rest up for at least a couple months. Their last year, a couple of their top choices got hurt. One of their receivers supposed to be all-world, this and that, with his college statistics, blah, blah, blah. He hurt his pinky or his hand or something in practice, and he was out for, 2 or 3 months. And, I don't know if it's some kind of curse the Browns got up against them, or with Art Modell, or what that deal is. But so I can't give you a whole lot of news, but I am going to try to go in person and see a couple of the training camps up in Cleveland and there in Cincinnati, so I'll be able to give you more better reports on down the road. And I'll talk to some of my sources, and I'll look it up on the internet, because the internet's never wrong about anything, right, Tom?
Yes, you're right. And so
so I grew up, I'll get more good. What?
I grew up a Browns fan up in West Virginia, because back in the day I was a big fan of Leroy Kelly and Paul Warfield.
Oh, yeah.
And all those guys. So
yep.
I'm I'm a Raiders fan, but then I'm a Browns fan secondly. So, I'm interested in turning things around. You're up there. You're around the in Ohio, obviously. What do they got to do? They continue to make bad draft choices. What do the Browns have to do to get this thing turned around? Because they continue to stumble and bumble around. And, there was once a proud franchise. Now they're not. So, in your humble opinion, what do the Browns got to do to get it turned around?
Well, the new ownership came from right down there your neck of the woods with the Haslam family and stuff. And he's a guy that he doesn't like to spend money unless he has to, but he spent a lot of money getting in, different coaches and stuff. And, one of the guys was pretty young and maybe didn't really know what he's doing. And he got shown the door, and some of the GMs got shown the door. The biggest thing that everybody clamors about up here in Cleveland is that everybody's disappointed with there's no continuity. And to have a successful franchise, you got to have a certain amount of continuity, and the only continuity has been the ownership. Now, this current package, they've been sticking with them. They, I think, did a lot better job drafting by all reports, from the so-called experts this year. But their bust in 2014 really hurt them when they picked Johnny Manziel. I think he's going to be a spokesperson for macaroni and cheese or whatever, because he sure couldn't play NFL football. And they let a guy like Derek Carr, who's now getting $25 million a year from your Raiders, they let him go. And I thought he should have been the guy that they drafted that year anyhow. But of course, nobody listens to the poor little old radio boy. Yeah. Well, they listen to me, but that's on WRW 700, doing the trucking show on the weekend. And plus, I'll be filling it all week. But, so the Browns have got a lot of work to do, but they've got a lot of young potential talent. But, for right now, the P word's the big thing, potential talent. I think they can get things turned around, and we'll see how they're going to play. They've got an excellent defensive coordinator this year. And, of course, Hugh Jackson is the going to be second-year coach up there, and he was a very successful offensive coordinator for the Bengals for a number of years. So they've got, pretty decent coaching staff, I think, this year. So there's a chance for improvement, but they got a tough schedule. Things don't get any easier in the NFL with some of these powerhouse teams. So I would say if the Browns could win 3 games, maybe 4 games, but I'm like you. I go back and I could rattle off all the key players, from back in the day with the Brownies and stuff like that. But the Browns, hey, man, they got a great fan base, and the fans are going to stick with them and spend that money and stuff. So, we'll wait and see. Hey, and I was very interested because I've never actually been to Dollywood, and you said that she's got a high rating, like 4 of the last 5 years. So I would imagine that at least was documented by the Internet. And so anything that's posted there, darn well it's true. But that was really some good information. So we'll have to talk about that, let people know about that when you call in tomorrow night and give us a first-hand NASCAR report on the good old boys down there in Daytona, having a good time on the beach and running around, that fast track and stuff like that. And, of course, isn't Dale Jr., is he still on the pole then or what?
Yeah, they're going to qualify this afternoon. He had the fastest time yesterday in practice at 193 miles per hour. So if he can win, we talked about this earlier in the show with a guy from Performance Racing Network, Pat Patterson. If he can win tomorrow night, man, you're talking about springboarding this NASCAR season, puts him in the playoffs, gets him some momentum. So there's a lot of people pulling for him to do well tomorrow night. So before I let you go, we'll talk about that again tomorrow night on your show. I know you've got your ear to the ground with the NBA. There's been some movement. We've got about 2 minutes left here. Hit me with what's going on in the NBA right now.
Well, I'll tell you what, the players rule in the NBA, and of course that big deal was Chris Paul going there to team up with Harden over there in Houston. So that's going to change the equation because everybody was speculating LeBron would want to opt out after next season and go join his buddy there at the Clippers. But now you got George talk about going to the Lakers, and the Cavs are about $24 million over the salary cap, and they're talking about if they can even keep their sharpshooter who led the NBA in three-point shooting, Kyle Korver, this year. And, I would tell LeBron right now, the way the West is looking, you better stay put in the East because the East is a hell of a lot more doable as far as coming out and competing for the NBA championship than going over there at the West and having to compete with, 4, 5, 6 teams to get on a roll and win a series any time. So, but things are going to be interesting. But some of the money they're throwing around, Tommy, I don't know where it's going to end because Dan Gilbert for the Cavs, he's got as much money as any of these owners in the NBA. And if he can't afford to keep LeBron and some of these other guys, and he's already paying $24 million luxury tax. I don't know who's going to be able to afford them. So it's going to be interesting. But for right now, everything's kind of speculation, but it is heating up in the NBA. I'll keep you posted on that because, I know you like to have somebody that has just a little bit of knowledge because, I really don't get my information from the Internet. So, I got to be legit.
You are legit. And last thing, we were talking the other night on your show on WLW. We're going to talk about that, where we can find you. Last week, we were talking about Derek Carr getting that $25 million. I told you that it's going to raise the stakes. So already, Aaron Rodgers, Jameis Winston's come out and said, "No, wait a minute. This guy's making $25 million. What am I, chopped liver?" And so you're going to see all these prices. All these other marquee players are going to want to cut to the action. So Derek Carr's and all these guys a favor. He's going to get him a pay raise. So I don't know where it's going to stop, really, but you made a good point. But anyway, we'll talk about that tomorrow night. Tell me where we can hear you in Cincinnati this week and next week.
Well, 700 WLW is the nation station. It's 50,000 watts. You pretty much hear it in about 30 states. So that's on the AM dial. Or you can go to, of course, iHeart Radio and pick it up on either America's Trucking Network or you can find it on 700 WLW. And so I'll be there for sure tomorrow night. I may have to end up doing a show tonight. I'll have to check on that. But then I'll be filling in all during the week, 4th of July week, for our number one superstar, Mr. Steve Summers. And he's going to take a week of vacation. So I'll be rocking and rolling. And, I don't talk all trucking. We talk sports and we talk entertainment and we talk current events. Of course, I have to come to the defense of our wonderful president, Donald J. Trump, because mainstream media, they're looking for anything they can to throw him under the bus and blab about him. And, of course, he put out a tweet and bashed, two big zeros from MSNBC or whatever, that one guy and his little sweetheart fiance or whatever. So I'll defend Donald Trump when I have to, but I really don't talk politics. I like to try to have a good time because midnight to 5 in the morning, Tommy, if you can't have a good time then on the radio, when the hell can you have a good time?
Amen, brother. So I'm looking forward to being on your show tomorrow night and also in WKRC in Cincinnati, the talk station there. And how far out does KRC signal go? It covers Metro Cincinnati, right?
Well, it's pretty much all of the metropolitan Cincinnati, and it goes about 50 miles down into Kentucky. But it's like anything, iHeart Radio, so anybody can listen. I mean, I got people listening all over the country. You can either go to krc.com or 55krc.com and listen to Listen Live button, or iHeart Radio, just find it on your app, and you can listen to me live right there on your phone. And the truckers and bikers and the vets and stuff like that, they all just Bluetooth it right in their car system and stuff. If you got a new rig, not an old rig like mine, but you can pick it up, right in there, run it through your phone and through the Bluetooth, and sounds like it's stereo. So, thanks for the plug. And, of course, we have a good time because you've been a guest here for the past, 6, 7, 8 months, and you're getting rave reviews. The truckers, well, you heard it because they want to call on and ask you personal questions. They really enjoy your input and your knowledge, and plus, we have a good time. Me and you could be a tag team combination and make that Mike and Mike characters. They were overrated anyhow. I know they broke up. We could put them to shame. You know what I mean?
There you go. You're exactly right. Dave Martin with us live in Cincinnati on WLW Radio, and so I look forward to being with you tomorrow night on the show. AM 700, by the way, you can sit right here in my car at nighttime, and it sounds like it's down the street, so it's a heck of a signal on 700. So have a great Friday, big dog. I'll talk to you tomorrow night, all right?
Thank you, and have a happy 4th of July weekend, everybody out there. Remember what it's all about, the red, white, and blue.
You got it. Well put. Our buddy Dave Martin again with us from WLW in Cincinnati. We appreciate him very much. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. We are running way late. We're supposed to be off at 1 o'clock, but you know what? The beauty of Facebook is you can listen to it and be on here as long as we need to be on here. The show's archived, and we'll take a break. We're going to go and talk to Bill Patrick from the Kingsport Speedway. He joins us next year, our final guest on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the things that owner Tim Smith is most proud of is their hard-earned certifications.
We are an ASE Blue Seal shop, which is important because what it tells the customer is we care enough to get certified, not in one certain area of cars. You have to be certified in 8 different certifications, in 8 different tests you have to take, and you have to be updated on them yearly to make sure that you're up to date. We not only have one of those, we have 3 ASE Master Technicians here. With the ratio, it goes into a ratio, and we're a Blue Seal shop, so it tells you that we care about training and we care about knowing about your car. We want to help fix it right.
American Import Auto Repair, West Market Street, Johnson City, home of the free loaner car program. Open 6 days a week. Call today, 913-3111.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
We're back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Let's run down a couple of sports specials, and we'll take a break, and we'll call Bill Patrick and finish up the show. But after getting Derek Carr signed an extension last week, the Raiders, my boys, general manager Reggie McKenzie said his next goal was to get Gabe Jackson signed to a long-term deal. That's exactly what they did yesterday. The Raiders signing the big offensive lineman. Big rookie year last year, started all 16 games for the Raiders, and so he just got himself a pay raise, $26 million. Guaranteed money for the Raiders offensive lineman, 5-year extension worth $56 million, 26 of that's guaranteed. So he's in the fold and ready to go to be blocking for, again, Marshawn Lynch and Derek Carr and the Raiders. So one of the big hogs up front signs in and gets himself again a 5-year extension worth a total of $56 million, including a guarantee of $26 million. College news, college sports news. The older brother of Texas incoming freshman basketball player Mohamed Bamba, the nation's #2 recruit, posting a video on Facebook saying he told the NCAA the 5-star prospect took cash and gifts from a financial advisor who doubles as a mentor. Johnson, who has been arrested multiple times this year, made the claims his brother's Ibrahim Johnson, his brother, has been arrested multiple times this year, made the claims in a profanity-filled 22-minute video in which he alleges Bamba accepted $200 a week for an unspecified amount of time, a bed, and various other things from Greer Love, who is the vice president at Huron Capital. If true, and without context, that could theoretically cause NCAA issues for Bamba. So a source told CBS Sports Love has mentored Bamba since he was 9 or 10 years old, meaning in the NCAA's eyes, Love and Bamba likely qualifies two people with a clear pre-existing relationship. In that case, the NCAA will probably not do much about this. But anyway, this guy, whether it's legit or not, went off and screaming and hollered on this video saying that his older brother, or his younger brother, I guess it was, got all kinds of freebies from this guy. So he'll be his younger brother. So anyway, that's what's going on with the Texas Longhorn recruit. Also, Vanderbilt suspending 3 of their players indefinitely after 2 of them were shot in an incident involving a stolen phone. Defensive backs Tay Daly and Frank Coppett and wide receiver Donovan Tennyson have all been suspended indefinitely from the Vanderbilt football team. The suspension stemmed from an incident that resulted in Daly and Coppett both being shot. The two players had accompanied Tennyson to a Target store in Nashville to retrieve a cell phone that was stolen from Tennyson. Tennyson had put his phone up for sale on the internet and met with a prospective buyer at a local Chili's restaurant in Nashville on Monday night. That's when Tennyson claims the phone was stolen from him. Anyway, both Coppett and Daly were hit and suffered arm and leg injuries from the gunshots. And so Vanderbilt suspending those three players indefinitely after two of them were shot in an incident involving a stolen phone. So that's what's going on there. Crazy, crazy world, folks, we live in, I can tell you that. So that's what's going on there. Before we go to the break, again, we're going to come back with Bill Patrick. We do want to tell you again, baseball, your schedule tonight. In the National League, it goes like this, all under the lights. San Francisco, Pittsburgh, Cubs in Cincinnati, Philadelphia will be in New York to battle the Mets. You have Miami and Milwaukee, Washington at St. Louis, Colorado at Arizona, Atlanta at Oakland, and the Dodgers at San Diego. In the American League, Tampa Bay at Baltimore, Boston at Toronto, Cleveland at Detroit. The Yankees will be in Houston to battle the Astros, the best team in baseball right now. You also have, as we said, other games, Texas at Chicago, Minnesota, Kansas City, Atlanta at Oakland, and Seattle in Los Angeles to battle the Angels. Next up for Daniel Norris out of Johnson City, he will pitch on the 4th of July, and he will pitch against the San Francisco Giants in Detroit. And so that's his next pitching assignment for Daniel Norris on July 4th against San Francisco in Detroit. Quick break, as promised. Bill Patrick next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
This is the place where you can forget all about work for a while and celebrate the good old U.S. of A. And take in the best bumper-banging, fist-waving, hero-making short track race of the year, the Bass Pro Shops NRA Night Race. And kids' tickets are just $10. Be there August 19th, because it ain't just another race. It's Bristol, baby.
Trucks, and more trucks at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. We have a huge selection of over 400 new Silverados to choose from, with over 700 total Chevrolets in stock, with savings that are bigger than our massive selection. Silverado Double and Crew Cab All-Stars, $11,000 off MSRP. Malibu LT, 20% off. 17 Colorado, $19,995. 17 Equinox, $21,445. Don't miss out on one of the best times to buy a new Chevrolet with savings that will leave you asking, how do they do that? At Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City.
At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we're going to, again, wind this thing down. But I want to get him on because he was going to be in person, but he's covered up with work. But we got him on the phone. Bill Patrick with the Kingsport Speedway. Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you, Tom?
Just fine, sir. Thank you for waiting us out. It's been a crazy show, lots of guests, and we love it. The show continues to grow. We've got folks calling and wanting to be on the show, and we certainly appreciate that. But you got a big night tonight. We want to get you on because a big night tonight racing at the Concrete Jungle, the Kingsport Speedway. Tell me all about it, man. It's going to be a big night tonight.
It's going to be a real big night. It's our 4th of July race weekend. It's going to be fireworks probably on the track, and there'll be fireworks afterwards. And if you've never seen the fireworks display we put on, it's worth coming just to see that. We don't hire it done. We do it we just go buy a bunch of fireworks and shoot them off, so you don't have to wait between which one's going to be the prettiest. They just keep shooting.
That's good. That's what we want. So,
yeah.
Tell me about on the track tonight. You said it's going to be the points races are pretty tight. Tell me how it's going to be hot tonight on the track.
Well, I see McCarty was back practicing last night, so he's going to be carrying on. I've seen quite a few late models last night practicing that I haven't seen before. So we've seen some new cars come in. There's been some businesses in town that have put up some money to up the purse in the Pure 4 division. And $600 purse to win Pure 4 tonight. And it's going to be something else to see. And then the Bluntwell Air Force veterans have put up $25 to whoever wins the pole in the Pure 4 division. That class is going to run first, and that's the one I kind of keep an eye on. So I got a feeling that if that kind of purse, it's going to get a little bit hot on the track. Everybody going for the win.
Well, beating and banging is what they want. That's the name of the game. So starting tonight against Big Night at the Speedway. Tell me when do the gates open tonight, big guy?
They'll be opening about 5 o'clock. Then we'll be qualifying around 7. This is also fan appreciation night. So what we do is we put all the cars on the front straightaway. The drivers and everybody will be out. We put steps down. You come down, meet the drivers, see the cars up close, and the crews and all that. So it's going to be a big night.
We're talking to Bill Patrick, Kingsport Speedway. What's the cost to get in tonight up at the Concrete Jungle?
$10 for adults. Kids 12 and under is free. And so then the kids club's going to be going tonight, and I think Beth said something about she wants to see how many kids can get involved to be on the float we're going to have in the Kingsport 4th of July parade. So things are going strong.
Late model points race is pretty tight right now. Who's your leader? Chris Van Dyke? Is he still your leader?
Chris Van Dyke's the leader. He's winning about everything, but that's soon to be broke, I'm afraid, because I'm seeing some awful fast cars. Robbie Ferguson's running fast. Derek Lane, I'm waiting to see him. He was looking pretty good in practice last night. I got a feeling he's won a couple of races at Newport this year, and I've got a feeling it ain't going to be long. We got some new cars. Lance Gatlin was there practicing last night. He can drive the wheels off one. Nate Monteith was there last night practicing weight day card. He's always fast. Zeke is always good. Wayne Hill's there practicing. Ron McCarty. So it's going to be a big night.
Big night tonight again at Kingsport Speedway. Again, what time the gates open one more time? Give us a schedule.
They'll be opening about 5 o'clock. We'll be qualifying around 7. Then we'll be racing. We're going to try our best to be racing at 8 o'clock. I think Pure 4 is going to run first. So it's going to be exciting. Fireworks at the end.
Beating and banging. Fireworks on the track, guarantee it. And then fireworks again after the race tonight. Again at Kingsport Speedway. Looks like the weather's going to cooperate. It's going to be good. So, hey, appreciate you very, very much. We'll see you next week in person. We'll be at State of Franklin in Johnson City. So have a good 4th of July. Remember the reason we're doing it, to celebrate the greatest country in the world. And we'll talk to you next week, all right?
All right, sounds good. Everybody have a good 4th of July, and we'd like to see you at the track tonight.
There you go. And we appreciate you very much. Our buddy Bill Patrick from the Kingsport Speedway. Great job as always. And again, the Kingsport Speedway, known as the Concrete Jungle, is going to heat up there tonight. Again, right down the road from where we are on John B. Dennis, right down from Sullivan North High School. It's going to be good. Woo, what a show. We have hit a bunch of folks today. Josh Lawson from the Kingsport Mets, Jeremiah Clark from Appalachian Digital, Bill Patrick from the Kingsport Speedway, Gary Taylor from the St. Jude's Putt-Putt Golf Tournament, Dave Martin from WLW Radio in Cincinnati, Pat Patterson joined us live from Daytona Beach, again for the racing of the Xfinity Series, the Firecracker 250, pole qualifying at 2:10 this afternoon for that, then pole qualifying at 4:10 for the Coke Zero 400 coming up tomorrow night at Daytona International Speedway, and also from here at Food City. I want to say thanks to my man who just sat down, Tommy Stanley, and also thanks to Kim Lane, and also to Brittany Bricky. We appreciate these kids very much. We are going to take a couple days off. We're going to pick back up on Wednesday, taking Monday and Tuesday off. We'll come back Wednesday at Chick-fil-A. So next week, Chick-fil-A. Then, hello, big dog. Michael Farthing's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. We're at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City next Wednesday. Next Thursday at Champion Chevrolet, the #1 Chevy dealership in the state. Next Friday at State of Franklin in Johnson City, Derek's store. And gosh, in July, we're going to a brand new location, going to Freddy's. Going to be at Freddy's in North Johnson City. We're going to be there. We're going to take the show out of state. We're going to tell you all about that on Wednesday. We're going to be out on the road again, literally taking it on the road. And we've been asked to bring the show to another state. We've been asked to bring the show to Cincinnati. We'll take the show to Cincinnati, it looks like. We may take it to Dollywood if we can work it out with this guy. We may go down and do a show live from Dollywood, and that'd be a great way to promote these giveaways, to be down in the park. And so we may work on that. Tommy said, you book it, I'm driving us. So there you go. We'll go to Aunt... that's it. Granny Ogles. Granny Ogles, the restaurant down in Dollywood where you can eat all them soup, beans, and cornbread. Woo. A little bit of ham in there, get you a big old slice of pumpkin pie. We may just camp down there. So anyway, we're going to work on that. We're going to step away. We are going to again come back with you on Wednesday. So again, our guests one more time: Josh Lawson, Kingsport Mets; Bill Patrick, Kingsport Speedway; Tommy Stanley, store manager, Food City; Gary Taylor, St. Jude's Putt-Putt Tournament; Jeremiah Clark, Appalachian Digital; Pat Patterson, the Performance Racing Network in Daytona, joined us live from Daytona Beach; Dave Martin from WLW Radio in Cincinnati; Brittany Bricky, Kim Lane, and Tommy Stanley from Food City. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. We'll do it again on Wednesday. We'll take a Monday and Tuesday off to recharge some batteries and eat me a big old watermelon. I'm going to let it run down my chin, down at my belly button, swab it out with my finger out of my belly button. I love it. Country's cornbread. So we'll rejoin you. It's one of those watermelons right over my shoulders too. We're going to do that. We're gone. We'll see you Wednesday at Chick-fil-A in North Johnson City. Until then, as we always say, win or lose, be a good sport. So long, everybody, from Food City on Clinchfield Street in downtown Kingsport, and happy 4th of July to you.